Kerri. Elvish bards.
Yeah, I've originally spotted this card, and it was kind of like all creatures able to block Elvish Bard do so, and I was kind of like, what the fuck's the point in that? But then I was like, actually, like, if, again, this is me because I'm so new to Magic, like, realistically, let's say if you had, like, you're playing against obviously 3 other people in Commander, and you play this card and you attack with it, does that mean every single creature on the board that other players have, if they're, like, able to block, the
player you're attacking
or is it
has to block that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's a bit weird, and also just very basic, but also the art.
I think I've seen
it's wild.
I think I've seen the 9th edition art.
Yeah, I've never seen this deck, man.
I've never seen the Alliance's art. I mean,
what the fuck is going on? Is that woman actually there, or is that in the bard's tail?
It looks like she's in the tree.
Yeah.
And what is the guy? What is the guy doing?
And I was like, "This is amazing."
It's a little cat. That's a little cat. That's cool. But what is it? What is the pose?
This is like
tights.
So they're doing a little jig. They're a bard.
Yeah, it's wild. This is some hip strength. This is like
I'm getting like weird Deku Tree vibes from the woman. Like
this is just
Deku Tree, but with a real human face. That'd be wild.
I legitimately think this actually might be number 1.
Oh yeah, it's a cool card though, because give that trample and death touch, and pump it up. Pretty sick.
Yeah, I spotted it, and I was like, "This is." I've never seen this card before. I guess for obvious reasons, but
I actually have a deck that would go really good in, so I think I might have to pick one up.
Okay. Well, Elvish Bard, the Alliance's art is number 1 sicko. That is a sicko. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Cool.
And 15 cents for that.
I mean, what a bargain.
Cheap.
What a drink podcast within a podcast. Back to Magic the Gathering. I'm sharing my screen a fuckload today. Apologies, audio listeners. Kerri.
You just gotta name things. You just gotta.
Yeah. Kerri, Garner, Blood Fist or Kel, smash or pass?
Smash. Tom, smash or pass?
Oh, is it me? Are we alternating?
Everyone's got to do it.
Agatha of the Vile Cauldron, Tom, smash or pass?
Smash.
Don't know about that. Okay.
Really? Oh, come on.
Oh no, man. She lives cauldron. In the woods.
She cook you a nice dinner.
Kerri, Kazaroff, Sengir, Pure Blood, smash
He's
or
a vampire.
pass?
I don't even have to.
He is an old man.
He's very
That's
old.
Fine. That's fine. I can deal with that.
Sorry for speaking. Tom Chishiro, the Shattered Blade. Yeah.
I think I might pass on Chishiro.
He's a snake shaman with 4 arms. Smash.
Smash.
Smash. You'll be airtight. Kerri, Kataki, War's Rage is a spirit, is ethereal.
Hell yeah. Smash.
Physically can't.
I can just go into my body and just possess me, I guess.
We've all seen Ghostbusters. We've all seen that scene in Ghostbusters.
Don't worry about you. Tom Koshin Tile's origin.
Hell yeah, look at that massive hand.
It's literally a shrine.
Look at that massive hand.
It's basically a building.
Smash. Smash.
You guys. Kerri, Dramoka the Eternal.
Dramoka.
It's a dragon. It's a scaly.
She is a massive dragon who I'm pretty sure like 8 people when they defied her. Okay, yeah.
Smash. Boar. Dragon. Yeah. Smash.
Dramoka's weird. It's like she is good. She's like the less evil of the Khan's dragons. I think that's how they position her. Tom Tulane.
Pass. Fuck Tulane. Fuck Tulane.
Tulane is old man with his book and every ability in the sun. Kerri, Geralf, bearing in mind that is a zombie that looks like his sister.
Oh, okay, that's a pass.
Yeah, he's into the incest.
God, no, thank you.
Tom, Arjun, the Shifting Flame, is a Sphinx wizard.
Sphinx?
Pass.
His neck is literally fire.
Yeah, the flaming neck is putting me off. It's pretty.
No kissing. Kerri, Ragnar.
Hey, you could probably hit me. It's fine. Yeah, I'll smash.
Fucking wish.com 4 ass motherfucker.
God, Ragnar. Doesn't get much better than that.
Jesus. Tom, face on bow. Smash up. Pass next.
He could listen to your problems.
Look, he's flavor text. You are not alone. He's there. Yeah,
Pass.
Kerri Takeno, Samurai General. It's just a samurai.
Where's his
It's
face?
a little bit boring.
You can barely see his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit boring. I'll pass on that one.
Okay.
Samurai's on great.
Tom
Yo.
Tarok's Blade Wing.
Pass. That's just a boring dragon.
It is a boring ass
I
dragon.
want a cool dragon. If I'm going to smash.
Kerri.
Oh, yo, it's me. It's me.
So is that masturbation?
It's self-cessed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Yes.
Because that's a fun fact.
Chroma.
That's where bad mana influence come from, because Tom showed me that card.
Smash
Tom
like
OG
fist of
Chroma.
Smash like the fist of an angry god.
Why did I say you could do the second one? Oh, look,
Yo,
he's back. Kerri,
your boy.
remember, human descendant. It's your boy. Bear in mind, 2 for 1 with this one. Because he flips over.
Yeah.
So.
You smash him and then he
It's-
turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do the dragon. Dragon form will fine, but human monk maybe not.
Last
Should
one.
a smash pass.
Oh, last one. Tom.
Siblings.
No la. He is cool, but
like-
Kieran, I
it's-
don't really like Kieran.
It's like the old couple. Like, hey, that's
We know it's from across the bar.
yeah, we know it.
Looking for a third.
We like. My wife likes your vibe.
Oh, God.
I'd pass. I'd feel awkward.
Okay.
Oh,
I am into that.
That
Wow.
is smash or pass.
That
We might
was-
bring
that was
that
speedy.
back.
Yeah,
that
we
was
need
very
to-
speedy.
That was good. I like that. That was fun.
I don't know how I feel about either of you after that segment. But
could have said a lot worse.
yeah, you could have guys.
Interesting.
I've not been playing Magic the Gathering. I have been playing a game called Home Ownership and digging a hole in my garden.
Farmer simulator.
The most green planeswalker I can possibly be. Moving just a shed load of earth, which I will not get into on this podcast because it's not the time or place for it. But as an excuse for me not playing card games, I need to put a flower bed in, which is incredibly...
Not building the bunker then. I thought you were building the bunker.
No.
Just randomly digging a hole in his garden.
We are putting a gigantic flower bed in, and I've just been like, I'd rather be doing anything else than this. So yeah, home ownership has always cracked up to me.
I mean, it keeps the reoccurring character Stacy busy if you get that flower bed in, so...
Well, you say that, but reoccurring character Stacey has not contributed to the whole at all.
She contributed to the flowers though.
Vegetables.
So for year 1 of Flowerbed, we are just going to do. This is not a gardening podcast. For year 1 of the Flowerbed, we are just doing
Wait.
wildflowers.
We can call this section landfall. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, this is the gardening podcast within a podcast. So we're going to just do wildflowers for year 1 because it's this flowerbed is
strategy. Yeah.
this flowerbed is massive. So yeah, we're not ready to like commit to anything hardcore.
Just wait until
yet.
you can start planting vegetables and then sell those vegetables and thus making profit
We've
from selling
already
those
got-
vegetables to buy magic cards.
We've already got 2 vegetable patches, a pumpkin patch, a deep root planter.
I thought you were going to say buy a chicken coop. I'm still in Stardew.
I know I want chickens and I want ducks. And I want like legitimately, but I don't think my dogs will like them. But yeah, I want those. But yeah, so that's why I've not been playing card games. It's because I've just been moving the earth around from one side of my garden to the other, which is great. So we will see. I will give a whole update next episode. Update on Adam's hole.
How is Adam's
I need to
progressing?
I need to write down clip times because that was a good one.
Yep. My hole is large and unkept. So and full of clay for some reason.
Yeah, I'm going as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can turn off and like leave me be. Kerri wanted to show us a giant beaver.
Oko can mount my giant beaver.
You can mount Oko. Have you seen that?
I mean, technically, Oko can't mount the giant beaver because he's a planeswalker, but
There are ways.
He becomes a creature. He can become a creature
There are
at the start
ways.
of your turn. So you could make him a creature to mount the beaver, or you could make him a beaver and then you could saddle Oko.
What's the sword?
nice.
Luxo. What's the sword called? I can't remember.
Sort of fortune
No.
or something.
The sword that turns planeswalkers into creatures.
Oh, I think you meant the new one.
Called Kapana.
Let's Google. I don't know.
It's Elspeth's weapon. I can't remember. This is great content.
It's
I mean,
incredible. Thrilling.
What's this one? There's Luxor Guider's Gift, which
Yes.
Yeah.
you
don't even need that, though,
isn't a planeswalker and is a creature in addition to its other types.
The new
So you can
Oko.
equip it to a planeswalker.
The new Oko just becomes a creature.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you can make him a
Oko is not
mountable
good
creature,
search.
is the thing.
Hell yeah.
What's the
And then you can mount Oko. Oko the ringleader.
ringleader? Jesus Christ.
He can lead my...
It took the internet about 20 seconds to realise that they could mount Oko.
Oh, amazing.
Oh yeah, so you can make Oko a giant beaver.
Nice. He could be my giant beaver.
Yeah, this is it's hilarious that they made a mount called Giant Beaver that you can
This
saddle.
is the meme.
I think
There's so many.
I just
great
feel like
cards.
they have like a lot of like
they must know.
undertone, like kinky undertones in a lot of things, and I'm just like,
Well, yeah, this beaver is giant and gets bigger, which is great.
Yeah.
Real pretty, but I haven't actually played it, which gets me to my next point. I worked out that I have a problem. I didn't do numbers, really.
you have many problems.
I have a lot of problems.
I saw this on the notes and I was like, do we need to talk to him about this beforehand? Like have an intervention? Like
Okay,
how bad is
right.
it? Like
So it's pretty bad. So
go on. Hit us with it.
since Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I have built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks
Wow.
that I haven't played.
Wow, okay. I thought you
With
were
two-
going to be saying like 3 or 4 and I was going to say, oh, well, I've made 5 or 6, but
With 2 more in Preston and Mothman on the way. So, with Preston and Mothman, I think that puts me up to 27 decks in total.
okay. But how many
Jesus.
you haven't played is
It'll be 9.
9. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 that you haven't played.
9 that are fully built and ready to play that I haven't played.
Bruh.
And these are like Sophia, I haven't played yet. Sovereign, the counters guy, I haven't played yet. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, which I really want to play.
Yeah, I
Haven't played
really
it
want to
yet.
build that, but
It's fun. It looks fun. Don't know, haven't played it.
don't know if it is.
Don't know if it's actually fun. I took apart bears to make new bear, Descana.
Yeah.
Haven't played it yet.
Cool.
It's just like I'm literally sitting on so much cardboard that I'm just like, oh, this deck looks sweet. I haven't played it. And then
Six
I built,
decks.
and then I built Campbell and Roxanne this weekend.
So
And now
6x is 6,000 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got Preston and Mothman that now I'm going to build because I got the Fallout accessories. So that's fun. So I need to play a shitload of Commander like very soon.
8,000 cards.
We are heading over to the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame.
I've been looking forward to this. This is my favourite.
I am so excited for this.
So 1 second, we put it.
This is very exciting.
I'm going to talk for another hour purely on this card.
I mean, that's fine. I've got nowhere to be.
I do, but okay.
Yeah, me too.
I will stay for this though. This is incredible.
So as is tradition of the last episode, guests submit into the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame Adam has submitted Amulet of
Quoz.
Yeah, don't make me read things. Why am I a professional?
I'll do it if you want.
You feel free to. Are you going to read errated, or are you going to read as it is on the card?
As it is on the card.
Amazing. That's the way we do it. Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is when you said to me, can you bring a weird card? I was like, I think I can tick multiple boxes with Amulet of Quoz because it's just so stupid. The art is ridiculous.
With the Sickos and Hall of Fame, we have multiple categories that we tell people to what qualifies it as a Sicko. Even though we said there were no rules and we were making up as we went along, we've kind of now got rules where it's like it's either got to have weird art, it's got to have a weird effect, it's got to yeah. So Adam has read the assignment and gone above and beyond the assignment with this one. So go ahead, Adam.
Amulet of Quoz, it's the goofiest looking amulet you could possibly imagine. Was used in the Dominaria storyline, but with no reference to who or what Quoz is at any point in Magic. So it's still just like, what is this amulet? So immediately I was like, yeah, it's a weird card, I like it. And then when you actually read what it does, it's just so it's as if you've just chucked Magic stuff into an AI generator and said, make me a card. It's just ridiculous. So it says remove Amulet of Quoz from your deck before playing it if you're not playing for anti. So immediately it's not legal. It's banned in Eternal formats because you're playing for anti. And it says pay 0, tap and sack Amulet of Quoz. Again, why are we paying 0 and not just tapping and sacking the card? You flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while coin is in the air. So not saying while the coin is in the air. It's just while coin. So there
was already enough words on it. They had to cut something.
Right. They're like, we've got to cut something here. The is going to go. So you flip a coin. Your opponent chooses head or tails whilst it's in the air. If the flip ends up in your favour, rather than if you win the flip, if it ends up in your favour, that opponent loses the game. Job done. Otherwise, you lose the game. So immediately, that's really funny to me. I'll happily play it. But then the best part about this card is that it says effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to prevent this loss of life. Like you're even losing life.
Yeah, what?
You're just losing the game. It doesn't have anything to do with the effect of the card. Ridiculous. And then finally, use this ability only during your upkeep, as if that was needed to be any more specific. Why it has to be upkeep, I don't know. And then the opponent may ante an additional card to counter this effect. So you can essentially gamble another piece of paper that you own to stop this from happening. It's just...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You could, yeah.
I mean, I say, oh, okay, like it all makes sense now. Oh, yeah, that checks out.
The errata is a lot cleaner, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care about the errata.
Yeah. As Richard Garfield intended, on the card, right?
It's like you don't get to fix this. You don't get to try and hide this absolute blunder of a Magic card.
Also, I love how they're holding it up in the swimming bats. It looks like they're like those weird green tiles.
And also, I'm not even sure on the number of fingers or where fingernails are.
2. Yeah, what's this?
Is this AI?
Yeah, it looks like there's a fingernail just floating in above its head.
Between 2 fingers.
Not attached to a finger.
Weird, man. This is the assignment has been done very correctly. This card is fucking bonkers. One, the amulet itself looks like a ball bag with a face on it.
It's got real Pot of Greed vibes.
Yeah. Right, I don't want to look at it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I love the fact that it's like at 6 mana, so the game is over. Like, I also love how the opponent may ante additional card to counter this effect. You're fucked.
Yeah,
like you can't do anything, which is incredible. This is really good. So
I will just say, talking about the art, it is goofy as hell, but it is Dan Frazier who did the original Signet, Berserk, and Light and Tutor. So incredible artist. But yeah, he clearly.
Hey, not everyone can bat 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dan can't paint fingers. It turns out.
Yeah, it's like Signet's great. Talisman's fantastic. Fingers never. I think. I'm sorry to Wally. I think this might be number 2.
It's very good.
It's great. Yeah. It's just is it better than Elvish Bard? I think you're in. You
want it? I'm gonna pull the list up.
Different galaxy. I need to share this tab. Here we go. So
Adam, you know Elvish Bard, right?
I'm
you know
pulling it
the
up.
Elvish
Hang
Bard
on.
lines.
Oh my god!
okay,
I know
don't
this.
worry.
I know this art. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so
all getting
Elvish
back
Bard-
pieces of this.
yeah.
You know what we should do? We should each get a part of it, and then we can all stand together, and it forms the full, like
Oh
a
my
like
god!
Voltron.
Yes.
You know those like really bad like wraparound t-shirts that are like wolves and moons and stuff. We want that, but the Elvish Bard art.
Yes.
So Elvish Bard Alliance's art is our baby. I think that's really, really hard. I think it's in contention to knock it off. However, without Kerri here, I don't want to make the executive decision.
That's fair.
They did buy us all a copy of it.
Yeah. Kerri went and bought us copies of Elvish Bard Alliance's art from their LGS.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So
Wait, was it from the LGS?
yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know why that store in particular had that many copies of Elvish Bard Alliance's art.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
It's amazing.
Destiny.
Last episode, Wally submitted Floral Spasm.
Great name.
Absolute banger.
What is this card?
Floral Spasm is this.
What is this card? Looking at it doesn't help.
It's this ball bag with backwards goat legs.
Oh, it's Rob Alexander. I like Rob's art.
Yeah, and then before the great creature errata, it was a summon spasm, which is magnificent. So this is, I believe, the only magic
as well.
I believe this is the only magic card in existence to have the word spasm on it 4 times.
I think it's the only card to have it on it once.
Or once. So I for me, it's like it's either 2 or it's 3.
I mean, if you put me below Wally, I'll be livid.
Yeah. I also
is-
like the idea of putting you above Wally, so Wally sees this, gets angry, and decides to come back on and try and top you. And
Yeah, please do.
And then we have like a back and forth like war.
I think our matched, both equally fucked.
Yeah.
Effect. I think this amulet has, or is it an amulet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, it's got it ones up the spasm, because I think the spasm's ability is pretty, it's a standard magic.
I would argue it's too good for the nature of the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame.
The spasm.
The spasm, yeah.
It is
It's
good.
actually playable.
This called
I was going to say, mate, what are you on about? Yeah, the spasm's playable. This
spasm's playable.
And this isn't only winning because it's an Andy card. This is winning because of the fuckedness of
The effects that prevent or redirect damage can't use to prevent this loss of life, but it says lose the game is the bit that
I also think the Vorthos tidbit of this is like an actual thing that happened in the Domino storyline, but no one knows who Quoz is.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It was used, if I remember rightly, it was used to banish Tevish Sat.
Okay.
Like it actually had part of the storyline. Who used it? I'm going to actually have to have a Google.
That is quite amazing. I demand a Quoz card in the future.
Yeah, used by
used
Jarl Cathalion to banish Tevish Sat.
I think that has to be number 2.
Imagine in that big whole story arc, you whack that out of your pocket, and
I'm also just
somebody
imagining like the metal version of Tevish Sat just being warded off by this goofy amulet, just waving in front of his face. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I think it's number 2 for me.
Thank you. I'll take 2.
I think it's number 2. I think Elvish Bard Alliances are like the episode in which Kerri showed up, which I think it was episode 1. Like me and Tom were in hysterics.
No, it was
about
episode 1 was famously Lily Bowen Raging Grandma.
No, we all submitted 3, or 1 each to start the list.
Yeah.
So
I remember.
Elvish Bard was Kerri's first submission. And we were just laughing at it for about, I felt kind of bad, but not really, for about 15 minutes. And then the next episode we brought up again and we just started finding like new things about the art. So it's like every time you look at it, there's something new, which I think is like, it's a magical thing that we've not replicated just yet. Wally came very close with Spasm because we looked at it and we're like, this is weird. And then we looked at it again, we're like, why is his legs backwards? Which is very, very funny. So I think it's number 2. I think the Vorthos tidbit is incredible. I think the the absolute slapdash rules text within the card about like loss of life is amazing. I don't know
Calling
what
the coin what's in the air.
calling the coin. Yeah, whilst the coin's in your favor.
Wild coin.
I love like the I don't want to play anymore 6 mana. What wins or loses. Everything that happened before this point is completely pointless. Like it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think for me it's number 2. Tom, unless you have any major arguments against that.
I am very happy with that.
We did an experiment with the last episode with Adam the Gathering, who brought the new number 2 entry into the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame, which was, I've already forgotten the name because I'm terrible. But basically, he bought that, and the card's a massive pile of dog. Nice. So we use that as the crux of like the thumbnail and the title.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that section's like 5 minutes of the entire 2-hour podcast, and I was like, it's the whole theming is around it. So we did a thumb that was quite neggy, and a title that was incredibly neggy, and it's our most viewed episode ever by 10.
It's crazy. It's crazy how that works. I mean, it was one of those where I remember it's not my most viewed video all time, but it was like the fastest growing was when I made my video talking about like the concept of staples in Commander and kind of like, you know, the trend upwards in power level and stuff, particularly, which is a weird concept that's kind of just being pushed by product design over time. And yeah, it just like shot off. And to be honest, it's one of those where I do read my comments and I do respond to my comments. And there are so sometimes you're just like on your phone with your little keyboard, just like.
I would like to amend that I do check the comments. I do respond to the comments. I was doing it for a bit, which is a common theme on this show.
In case anyone comments, I do read it.
Yeah, and that is a beautiful segue into saying, please like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. If there is a positive interaction button on your screen, press it now. I usually do it at the end of the episode, but I think
you've got to do it first as well on YouTube. Leave us a review as well in the comment, please.
Yeah.
I want to read reviews. I really want to read reviews. Good ones.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, we can start reading reviews out eventually. I will review the bad ones. I'll read them out.
That would be a great episode. Like you'd basically just have your own like terrible Amazon product review segment. It would be great. I would love that.
There's a podcast I listen to and they do that. They read out the bad reviews.
Yeah. You can leave 5 stars and then just call me a dickhead over 5 paragraphs. That's fine. I'll read that out.
Can I?
Yeah.
Cool. Also, did anyone notice my seamless transition?
You got changed.
Yeah.
What? What are you, like a Taylor Swift concert? You just do
There's going to be several changes throughout the show.
Oh, it's so impressive.
You were right though. The white balance is just bad.
We are moving over to the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame.
Everyone's favourite. It's my favourite. I love this bit.
Jelly is bought.
I introduced myself.
I will say the guests have been smashing it. The assignment is like being heard, being understood.
I saw this posted in the group chat. And I've up until now, every time a guest has pasted something in, I've clicked it and had a look. But this one, I saw the little picture and I was like, I am saving this for the reaction on the show. And it's incredible.
It's so good. So shall I read the card?
You can read the card. You can pick if you want to read the oracle text or as it is printed on the card, because both are fucked up.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's just like, how I can't even process this. I'm gonna read the card version. Okay, it is Camouflage. It is 1 green mana. It is an instant. You may rearrange your attacking creatures and place them face down, revealing which is which only after defense is chosen. If this results in impossible blocks, such as non-flying creatures blocking flying creatures, illegal blockers cannot block this turn.
So,
should we do the oracle text as well?
Because it's just as bad. Yeah. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
It's worse. I'd say that's worse.
That's worse.
Camouflage. Green. Instant. Cast this spell only during your declare attacker's step. This turn, instead of declaring blockers, each defending player chooses any number of creatures they control and divides them into a number of piles equal to the number of attacking creatures for whom that player is the defending player. Creatures those players control that can block... Wait, what? That can block additional creatures may likewise be put into additional piles. Assign each pile to a different one of those attacking creatures at random. Each creature in a pile that can block the creature that pile is assigned to does so. Brackets, piles can be empty.
That's a completely different effect, right?
I know! It's insane!
So I think what happened was, obviously this was printed in alpha, but I don't know when it was oracled, but clearly since it was oracled, in the time of it being printed, it being oracled, cards that can block multiple creatures happened, and they were like, how does this work with camouflage?
Someone think of the camouflage.
It's just one guy at Wizards, and every now and then he chimes in and it's like, this breaks camouflage. We've got to add another line of text.
Cast a spell only during your declare attacker's step. This turn is
nice. We get it. We get that one.
That's easy.
Why is that bit you've highlighted doesn't make sense.
For whom that player is the defending player. It's an incredible piece of text. I know it's on the magic card, but as an oracle. And then I like creatures those players that control that can block additional creatures may likewise be put into additional piles. How?
So why does it say
physically possible?
Why does it say those players? Should not say creatures the defending player controls.
This turn, instead of declaring blockers, each defending player chooses any number of creatures they control and divides them into number of piles equal to the number of attacking creatures. So you're attacking me with 3. You got 3
blockers.
I have 3 blockers. I then flip them upside down, and then where's the ball? Pick up.
Hang on. That doesn't even say to flip them.
No, it doesn't.
In the Oracle text, it's got nothing about...
You place it... I wonder if it's because... what the... They butchered my son. They butchered my son.
Yeah,
because it's double-sided cards now.
It's the double-sided cards. Okay, so you don't flip them.
So instead of that, they've done the random aspect.
So you divide it into number parts. Creatures those players control.
I know, it reads so...
Those players control that can...
It does read the same as the Oracle, the old one, technically, because...
You just don't do face down.
My understanding was that you could see what your defenders were upside down, and you could see what your attackers were, but the defending player can't, but I don't think you can. I think you flip them.
Yeah.
But then you still know, because you flip them. You know which...
If you play this card against me in Commander, I am getting up and I am leaving.
I am buying 7 of these and taking them down to them.
Yeah. So actually it is different. It is different because basically the camouflage aspect of it in the original text is that they get put face down. The camouflage aspect of it in the Oracle text is they are assigned randomly. Which is way worse.
Yeah.
This is an absolute cluster.
Assign each pile to a different one of those attacking creatures at random.
Oh,
so this this like the Oracle version can backfire so badly.
Yeah.
So when did
because in the old one you're aware of what you're blocking.
Yeah.
But the opponent is because they see you flip the cards.
Does the 30th anniversary edition have the Oracle text or the
So they must have changed it for 30th. Which
awful product.
I was also going to say
reason only.
If you look at the art, I love how as it gets more high res, the art gets worse. It gets so much worse. This has got like that like weird AI like veneer.
It's the fact that he's like, getting closer.
He's getting closer, but it's like so much worse. Like, why is he so smooth?
He's a smooth boy.
He's so smooth now.
It's just how rudimentary a piece of art it is as well.
Yeah, it's like here it's clearly like and a
What's the
painting.
Yeah, you can
A
see
tree?
brush strokes.
Yeah, you can see the brushstrokes, but then they've
See
just
the
lost.
texture in it.
They've just lost all that texture in the 30th, and it's
Just
just
like Gaussian, just applied a Gaussian blur to it all. Somebody scribbled over the background a little bit.
They airbrushed him.
slapped a bunch of like Vaseline on like the camera lens. Like,
Also,
yeah.
we haven't even talked about the art. What is that? What is that?
It's not. The thing is, do you know what the worst thing about this art is? He's not even fucking camouflaged.
Is that
You can clearly see him.
what is he standing in front of?
him, but I can see him.
I think it's like, is it like a crack on like a wall?
I thought it was a tree at first.
Is
but
it a tree? I don't know. It looks indented. Is it like a rock face with a vein in it?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
But like, yeah,
Is Jesper Meerfors on Twitter?
we have to find out. But
It
yeah,
is.
this is.
It is. Jesper. He did. The jewels. He did Elves of Deep Shadow. He did. So.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Banshee,
okay, great.
top 10 card.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Atog as well.
incredible.
Let's go.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bad Moon.
he
He did also do Boris Devilbloom.
yeah.
Oh, classic.
that's-
so good.
Yeah.
Found my new commander.
Good.
But camouflage, yeah, this is up there.
This is up there.
This is up there for sure.
This is it. Wally brought the self-aware floral spasm.
Did yeah, and then Adam.
We've got another Spasm fan. It seems.
And then Adam.
Yeah, I love
as I
it.
mentioned,
I love it.
brought Amulet of Quoz.
Yeah.
Which ranked really high based on the fact that Adam brought a lore check. As Amulet of Quoz is apparently a major player in the Dominaria storyline, but you don't know who uses it.
Oh, great! Love it.
So it's this like really powerful artifact that apparently helps the heroes win the day, but you don't know who actually ends up using
Cool.
Also, can you pull it up
Right.
so Ian can take a look at this super important?
I'm gonna level. Yeah, of course. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's great. I love that.
I like the fact that so on the thumbnail I put redacted over the eyes, but you'll notice that if you cover up the face, it just looks like a dick and balls.
It's also banned in every banned or not
because it has the word
every
anti on it.
Yeah.
But
of course.
So
I level you guys. I didn't come here to mess around. I wanted to bring
for
something.
sure. This is
A competitor.
It's very competitive.
this is definitely top 3.
100% top 3.
It is truly brain breaking.
I need to see Elvish Bard a bit just to give us some perspective. as
We
to-
look at Elvish Bard
Every time,
every episode.
I bet Scryfall have got so much telemetry data on this card. Like, why is Elvish Bard peaking every Thursday? Every other Thursday?
Every other week, this card just gets so many clicks.
I do love it. It does have a wonderful charm. It's. I feel like the veneer is wearing away over time.
Every time you look at it, you see something new.
No, the veneer is not growing on me. I think for me, it's just like it is not for me. It's not if Elvish Bard gets knocked off. It's when. But we did mention last episode, we don't feel comfortable without Kerri being here to make the executive decision because it's a full Magic Castles team effort.
Text them now.
What's that, right?
I think at some point we should do a top 5 face-off because the top 5 is going to be so stacked soon of incredibly fucked cards.
Yeah, is this 2 or is this 1? I would think, right, because my main reason for loving Amulet of Quoz is obviously the lore stuff as well and the art. I think art for Camouflage is it's.
Take it off the screen, thank you. I can't look at it anymore.
The art
Jump scare, Camouflage jump scare.
The art for Camouflage is horrendously weird. But I also think right? Like what they do what they do with Amulet of Quoz is they went the normal convention of the card text is fucked. We're going to fix it in Oracle. in Camouflage, they zigged when they should. They zigged when you thought they would zag, and they've gone worse. I don't know how.
Oh, so it's kind of a perfect card. I love it.
This is a conundrum.
It is really tough.
Tom, is it the number one?
I don't feel comfortable. You put it in. Can we have a joint first place for now? We need to address this.
I don't know. There's no joint winners in the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. It's do or die.
It's tough. Are you doing it?
I legitimately can't think of a world in which, like, Elvish Bard is cute and the art is fantastic.
It doesn't have the fuck text though.
That's the problem, right? Is it has this like
Camouflage has everything.
It's the full package.
Yeah, like Elvish Bard is like hilarious, and I know it's like a pet card of ours, and we joked about it, but I like legitimately.
Oh my god! Every time.
There's multiple things happening for it as well, right? Which is like the reprint of Elvish Bard, like it gets better, right?
It gets worse.
It gets so much worse. Like so much worse.
Oh, I think I'm crying.
Like so much. So like it's this. For me, it's this like Magic has a really good history of going. Oh, this card is weird. We're gonna like rectify it, right? Like if you look at alpha artwork or something like Dark Ritual or whatever, or wherever Dark Ritual, like first print of Dark Ritual to now, like the tone is like reset and it makes sense. Yeah. They never shifted, and they just made it worse.
I'm saying it is more wallpaper.
Like what, the 30th edition version?
Yeah, 30th edition, just the art
Vaseline version.
I need a retro frame of that. I need this card. I
think the card text, the Oracle text being fundamentally so much worse than the card text, plus the art being somehow so much worse in a infamous product.
It is kind. Yeah, no. It's also the 30th anniversary edition.
The 30th anniversary edition is so good. Like,
can you imagine cracking that?
Yeah, just being like, what the fuck?
And just like the fact that like
it looks like a child's drawing of their sleep paralysis demon.
He's a sleep paralysis demon.
He is sleep paralysis. We try not to rip the artist too much, especially because it's like obviously they were briefed, and this is what so we try not. But like for me, it's
I think it's just the
handling, the handling of the art by Wizards here, right? Which is like to go from actually the actual painting of it, like you appreciate the artistry and the depiction there, but then for some reason it just gets shoved through a tub of Vaseline towards the end. So smooth.
For the
why is he so smooth? And also
that's where it really gets that
smoothest boy in Magic.
And also, again, I know, like we've said, we try not to rip the artist too much, but like the fact that he's not camouflaged and you can clearly see him, it's so good.
It's really the horns for me. The horns really do it for me.
The horns are incredible.
Like, this is an Elvish Bard. It is an elf playing a music instrument. This is whatever the fuck Amulet of Quoz is.
Yeah,
this guy is not camouflaged.
No, I appreciate this so much. I think it is perfect on so many levels. Actually, I think if you go back to the alpha version, there is some argument to be made in terms of, well, it appears more like camouflage when you have
the texture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I think when you can actually see through him.
It's turned into like You know the bubble blowing episode of SpongeBob?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It really does.
Smooth.
Nothing about this product was good. Even the bulk, like. Okay.
This is not bulk. This is top tier.
This is. Oh my god!
I'm calling it.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely incredible.
New champ.
I'm just gonna leave.
That's cool. No. I'm gonna educate you.
Christ, it's a Sunday, at least.
You want to be learned.
It's a day for rest, not learning.
It's the Lord's Day, and the Lord says, "Fuck this bird in particular."
Oh yes.
So this is Nadu. Nadu
Boo!
is
Boo to this.
boo this bird man. So Nadu
is
winged
that
wisdom
head?
for those who have been living under a rock is 1 green and a blue for a 3/4 bird wizard with flying.
Already
pushed. Already pushed. Reads
This guy in the-
creatures you control.
Is he in the Simic deck, or is he just
No.
a random? Okay.
He's in the main set.
And he's like $70.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Jesus.
Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it is a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. So, creatures is everything, including Nadu. And target of spell or ability includes things like free equipped cost triggers.
And also,
Your
the
opponents?
restriction of
Your
twice a
opponents?
turn is per creature. So it's not twice a turn across your board. It can trigger on each creature twice.
So, for an example, Kerri, if you have bash my mic, sorry. If I'm so angry about this bird. So if you have Nadu and another guy, and you have lightning greaves, or any equipment with 0 cost equipped costs, and you went equip this to Nadu, it would trigger. You could equip it to the other guy, it would trigger. You could equip it to Nadu again, it would trigger, and you can equip it to the other guy again, and it would trigger. By doing just that simple action, you have drawn 4 and potentially put 4 lands into the battlefield.
Yeah.
Untapped.
Okay.
Which is bastard. The main issue with this bird is it hates, I would say it doesn't hate all interaction. It hates most forms of interaction, especially in red. Like red just struggles with this thing. Because you can't lightning bolt it. That's 4 fucking health. It's just got a fat ass. Birdman has a fat ass. So you have to, there's a lot of moves that kills it. The other problem is if you go to kill it, it triggers, which means they could pay for half of the command tax by drawing a land or putting a land into the battlefield. So, I opened 2 in my box. Immediately threw them on card market and I've sold them because this card's getting banned.
Wait, how much are they like in European prices?
I opened a foil portrait.
Jesus.
And it sold like €30. It's a rare. This is just a bulk rare. I opened a foil normal version and I sold that for like €15.
Wait, is it Nadu Winged? Was I see
Yeah.
it? Literally, for some reason, whenever I type in card market, it's your account comes up. It's literally the face
Power seller.
It's the face card for your singles.
Yeah.
He's not as expensive over here. In the US, he is selling for like $70, which is
Yeah,
wild.
it's €21.
Card market, you're typically lower because non-English printings are cheaper, which drives everything down. But cards are typically more expensive in the US anyway. So yeah, Nadu, fuck that guy.
So there's another equipment that's shot up in price. Is it Shuko?
Yeah,
So it's another 0 cost equip. I think it's 1 to play.
yeah.
Shuko.
Yeah, SHUKO. It's
So
like
one
Kamigawa.
mana gives +1/+0 0 equip.
Yeah,
But the whole
but
point
it's got
is play
equip
it
0.
and you start bouncing these gloves around. your
So if you
birds.
imagine you've got a Scoot Swarm out.
It's infinite.
That's where it goes crazy.
It's infinite.
Because every time a land enters, you make a token that gives you another 2 card draws and another 2 chances to get a land, and then it's just draw your whole deck, win.
Not fun. Fuck that guy. Anyway, small rant.
Well, actually, Cryptic did bring this up on Twitter. If you built it with just like enchantments and stuff, it's not as bad. I don't think it's as bad. It's too much. It's too pushed, but it isn't as like egregious as
the bottlenecks they could put on it were toughness. Toughness is a problem. The evasion is annoying, but it's a bird. Like, it's called winged wisdom. If it didn't have flying, it would be like, why does it not have flying? I think it should be the other bottleneck is they could have made it once per turn. I don't think that I think once per turn is still it's not as egregious, obviously, but it's still really powerful. And they could have potentially changed the
wording of it.
I was going to say the type that targets it to feel more simic than generally everything, right? So if it was like instants and sorceries only, that I don't think it's as much of a problem. It's the fact that it's equipment and easily recurable ways of targeting it. Like abilities is the kicker. If you take abilities off and it's just spells, I don't actually think it's that bad. But yeah, it is. Did I reveal my living arrangements during Amsterdam last episode?
Don't think so.
I'm sharing a bedroom with Kerri's partner, who I've never met before. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It'll be fine.
I'm gonna be holding his hand at the airport, and then we're gonna sleep in the same room. And
he's only ever been on an airplane. He's only ever flown like kind of for one trip, which was when we went to Japan. Literally, like the worst like type of flight to go on is long haul flight for your first flight.
That's a crazy flight as well.
So yeah, he doesn't really understand airports, but
when coming back from Dam, I got absolutely fucking murdered at Schiphol Airport by customs.
I still can't. I wish somebody had been recording that.
So people were giving a heads up that Schiphol, like gate security, I don't want to call them, but just like check-in security, were checking everyone's bags for cards. Something was setting off the radars, basically. Cards were getting swabbed. I went in and was like, I'll be fine.
Let it be known that I was absolutely fine going through. They opened my bag and checked my aftershave, and that was it, thankfully.
So they scanned my bag, and then it got the queue, like the second queue for stuff getting checked was like long as well. And it wasn't just Magic people. I think I was the only Magic person like in my queue. And then they scan my bag again, and then it comes up on the screen, and then Liam and James, who I was flying with, said it looked hilarious because it was like my bag, and then it's just got massive black bars where my decks are, or like black boxes. So it was like, it looked like, you know, something they want to check. So
why did yours flag and mine didn't? That's what I want to know.
Do your boxes have magnets on them?
No.
I think it's the magnets.
My one case did have a tiny magnet.
The Ultra Pro Sidewinders have magnets in them, and those are the two that they swapped.
That checks out.
They didn't swap my quiver because I was just like, this? They were like, no, those. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, they swapped my quiver, my Sidewinders, and then were like, and then she was like, how much is this deck? And I was like, it was Geared. And I was like, motherfucker, you should pick the most expensive deck I've got on me. I was like, it's $650. Because I've learned with like border control and like these people that check your bags was, don't joke with them until they joke with you. Like, until they crack a little one-liner, then it's fine. But until like that happens, like you play it straight. So, that's $650. She was like, for one card. I was like, no, for the whole, everything in that box is $650. She was like, okay. She was like, what about this one? I was like, no. And she went, how much have you got on you today? And I was like, about $3,000 worth of cards. And she was like, wow. She's like, I'm guessing you're not married. And I was like, motherfucker. And I was like, yep, cool. No, I definitely am, but thanks. And it was like, literally, But it was more just like, also, that was happening effectively in front of a crowd.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then the other one was like, oh my God, these card games, like, I'm so over, like, you guys. I was like, oh, cool, thanks. Just because they've been doing it, like, all day.
Yeah. Why was she asking how much they were worth?
I don't know. I don't know if it was, like, a point of curiosity or a point of, like... That's the thing, so I didn't know, again, like I said, until you make a joke. Until they make a joke about it, I'm not going to lie or dodge or, like, you know, or do anything. I was, like, just be straight shooting until... I don't remember if I told otherwise. Right.
Don't remember if I told you, but at the airport back when I landed in Birmingham, I was going through passport control, and the lady asked me what I'd been doing on my holiday. And I said a convention. She goes, "Oh, what convention?" I go, "Oh, it was a magic convention." Just Tricks. Because that's what I call it. She goes, "Oh, you're a magician." And I was like, "Damn it!" It's a card.
What's bad about that? What's bad about that is that it didn't pass. I thought that you don't look like a magician.
I hate that. I hate that.
She's like, this guy kind of looks like a magician. We are going to try and put together the worst commander pod possible, based purely on commanders and kind of the average deck that they run and archetypes that they run. I've got EDHREC up so we can just pull up commanders quite quickly. For ground rules, I don't think we have similar... Like, this isn't going to be 4 stacks commanders. I think that's just boring and very easy to make up. I think we try and keep it like each individual commander is doing something different. And then we'll put something together. So that's what we're going to try and do here. I think it'll be quite interesting. I think the first one, without a shadow of a doubt...
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It's you
said no stacks, but...
I think multiple stacks. I think
so this is...
One stack
I was going to say
head is allowed. Like...
I still can't believe they made this the Vault Boy card. I'm so angry about that.
What they do is they murdered my boy.
Yep.
That boy is staying in its box until it reaches double its value and is being put on card market. Most likely. What I've also done is put this together so we can make me and the boys and so everyone can watch my terrible Photoshop skills in real time. So that's number one.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
Yuriko.
I will refute this.
Yuriko is miserable to play against.
I think Yuriko is
miserable to play against.
I think the average deck is probably miserable to play against with, right? Because I got something Assassin's card. Purely because it is running like so much top deck manipulation that it's constantly doming you. I think I have a couple pieces of top deck manipulation, but it's not like recurring. So a lot of my Yuriko triggers are like random in my Yuriko deck.
The reason it's miserable is because if the commander is a key piece of a deck, you should be able to kill the commander enough times to stop them being able to do the thing.
So your main thing is the commander ninjutsu.
Yeah, I think that's just you can't punish it. It's unpunishable. You know, if somebody's commander is a problem, you kill the commander enough times, it gets too expensive to be a problem.
I would argue, I think the thing that people think about, which is miserable playing against Yuriko, is like the top deck manipulation and like the person scroll racking and topping. But it's actually probably the fact that command just always costs 2. Okay.
Yeah, if they'd made the commander's tax apply to that, which I still think was a mistake they should have done, it would be miserable.
Where do you think? Yuriko's on Electro
here.
Yeah.
Also, I've just had terrible experiences against. I've never had a fun game against the Yuriko deck. So yeah.
My Yuriko deck's fine. It's like
this is not one of those Yuriko decks.
No, it's not. It's not like your other Yuriko decks.
Go on, your pick. Let's see what you got.
My God,
is this a democracy
discussion? Yeah, it's not a pit, like.
I've got another one that I've also never had a fun game against.
I'm just going to go straight to mono blue.
Hey. Oh, yeah, there's Brewvac, but
I think Brewvac's fine.
yeah. Orvar's also kind of miserable.
Yeah.
I was going to say Sauron,
Jesus
Dark Lord, is most of the Lord of the Rings commanders are incredibly pushed, but I think Sauron is especially pushed.
Is Urza? No, Urza. Because I feel like Urza's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, look, we've got a theme here, which is like Grand Arbiter's kind of always stopping you do things, stopping you do stuff. Oh, jeez. Grand Arbiter is always stopping you doing stuff. Why is it so pixelated? I need to fix this, but I will. Yuriko's stopping you in a different way in that you can't interact with it ever.
Yeah, it's just like a ball rolling down a hill. You just can't stop it.
Whereas I feel like Urza is always doing stuff. I think Orvar is just like always combo.
Yeah. Hey, Mono Blue's fine. Leave Mono Blue alone. Edgar's pretty miserable.
Yeah, but again, I think it's always doing something. Like
it is, but you can't. Again, it's the same problem I had with Eureka. You can't do shit about the Edgar trick, the Edgar bonus. They've always got that Edgar bonus, no matter what.
Yeah, but like, aren't Edgar game quite quick? Like, at least I'm gonna be out of the void soon, you know.
Well, I'd say Eureka games are quite quick as well, because Eureka's just beating you.
Yeah. Wait, I've got a dog crying at a door. 1 second.
Yeah,
I can't ignore him. He's too cute. 1 second.
All right, okay, chat. Let's talk about things we find miserable. Necrozar's pretty shit, but Adam's got a Necrozar deck.
Sorry.
So let's talk about that.
This episode is more scuffed than even I would like, but it is what it is.
How are we feeling about Corvold? Corvold's pretty solitary and pretty.
Is it just both Corvold and Chillout?
Yeah, Chillout's pretty miserable too. Aragorn the Uniter also incredibly pushed.
I don't think we can do Corvold and Chillout. I think it's one or the other.
I'd say Corvold.
Just because it's just like Trigger City.
I think Corvold fuels itself more than Chillout.
Okay. Oh, right. I keep pressing shift.
Yeah. Corvold comes in, causes a sack, triggers itself, and then it's just off to the races.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Muldrotha as well. Muldrotha's kind of miserable.
I think Muldrotha was fine. It's doing stuff.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, not Muldrotha. Sorry, no. The other guy who looks like Muldrotha, who just keeps all his counters on him. What's he called?
I don't know. I would say Duretti, but we've got a Staxi.
AC.
Guy.
Pretty miserable.
Which one, sorry?
AC, the big one.
No, because that's hitting you with buff, and I will always appreciate that. That's a big buff deck.
Wait, no. AC Tyrant of the Guys. No, not AC. Shit, oh man, I am out of it. What's the one that makes a Coma? Coma's kind of miserable.
Oh, Coma.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. AC, I was getting...
Ooh. Does Coma end the game quick enough, though?
No, that's the thing. Oh, what's the one I was thinking of?
This is cheating.
I love how none of these are my decks as well. Do I have any commanders that you think are miserable, Adam?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's because I'm a good deck builder. What's the guy called?
Tergrid.
Yeah. Skullbriar was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Skullbriar's fine. It's just big. It's dumb.
Yeah. And I guess once you do actually have to pay command attacks on him, so.
Yeah.
Tergrid's quite miserable.
This is Send Triplets, I feel like is just Toxel's up there. Send Triplets, I feel like is just another stacks one, so I don't really want. Yeah, Edgar's up there.
Narset's on the same vein as Corvold, so.
Yeah, I think you either have Narset or Corvold.
Yeah. Joda? Oh, Kalia. Kalia's
I think
kind of...
Kalia's fine. The game's over, you just die and you move on to the next one. To me, it's like, what is an experience that is going to be drawn out and I'm guaranteed to just be stuck in this say scooping is not an option. So it's like on a stream or something where you need to have manners. What are we looking at in terms of
Toxrill?
I think it's Toxrill, right? It's either Toxrill or Tergrid. I think it's Toxrill.
I wonder, Tergrid... I guess, Tergrid would win quicker than a Toxrill deck.
Yes, because you get their stuff and then beat the crap out of them, right?
Tergrid's beating you with your stuff. Toxrill's just stopping you doing stuff, and then you're
I think it is Toxrill. For sure. Well, 3 out of 4 of these are black.
Best color.
3 out of 4 of them are blue. As well, because Toxrill is blue. Here we go. Here's me and the boys in the worst pod potentially possible. Hating life.
That would suck. That would suck.
I think
Yuriko would win that though.
Yeah, I think so. And you would hope it would be a quick game, but I don't think it would be, because these two dipshits are just taking forever, not taking every action possible, not actually doing anything interesting. And then Toxrill is just... Luckily, Toxrill can't... Yeah, Yuriko isn't too slowed down by Toxrill, I guess. Apart from all your 1/1s that unblockable just get murdered. But yeah, this is the worst. I think this is 100% the worst pod possible by far. I will make a version of this that doesn't look like it was made in 2008. I don't know why it's overpixelated, but we'll sort out.
And next week, Adam will be picking one of those 4 to play against the other 3.
God, can you imagine? It'll be Yuriko. I'd play Yuriko. 100% all day. We are moving over to... I need to bring up the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame sheet that I always forget to bring up.
Most of these commanders have got the top 10 saltiest commanders in Magic or article next to them.
That is incredible. That is actually really funny. Because it's true. It's just... the games aren't fun socially. Core mode, I think I could maybe argue for. My screen. I have gone through all of these secret lair tabs and turned off the music. It's
Thank God.
fucking annoying.
Yep.
So first off, this setup is fucking awful.
Bad. These big numbers over things. Stop it. Just show me the cards.
I am probably, and this is not me this is me saying this in a negative way. I am probably in the top 5% of secret lair users in terms of buying most secret lairs and being well adapted on how to navigate this site. This is fucking atrocious. Yeah. I didn't know what I was buying until it was in my cart. I didn't know what I was paying for. I had to double check 3 times. I can check my order after I paid for it to make sure I got the right things.
The categories are all over the place. Why are there so many categories?
Fucking awful. It's so bad. I was having an aneurysm by buying fucking Magic cards.
Same. I was legit. I was recently have gone to a very overstimulation hell thing, and kind of coming out of that, and then going onto this fucking website. I was literally about to start crying, trying to order these things, and I was just I just want some fucking stupid planeswalkers that are furries.
I've muted
Why?
it, but it plays fucking Muzak when you get onto this fucking thing. So it has an animation when it first comes on the fucking it's bluff. Get the fuck out of the way. I'm trying to buy cards. And then, when I've actually found the thing I fucking wanted, it put me in an hour-and-a-half queue.
So
what the fuck is happening?
I was so thrown by it all. I was shopping, and my girlfriend texts me, or calls me, and goes, something's flashed up on your screen. It says the Monty Python thing sold out. And I was like, shit, I didn't even remember I was in the queue. I just went and carried on my life.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah,
so I raced back.
I was in the queue and I think I was playing like Belatra. No, I was playing Marvel Rivals. I was playing the beta, and I was just watching my phone. Like every time I died, I was just like glancing over at my phone. Watch this like a little man walk 2 steps.
Yeah.
I just pushed out my brain and went shopping. I just couldn't.
So, Wizards, I know you listen to this podcast. This is fucking terrible. Never do this again. By the love of God, please make you shouldn't be making it harder to buy products. It should the user journey here is fucking atrocious, and it meant like people bought either the wrong things or people didn't get the things they wanted because it's a nightmare. Anyway,
you're making me doubt that I've got the right thing now, mate.
So I saw I think it was like a secret Instagram post that was like, oh, have you pre-ordered like 7 new drops? I was like, there's 7 drops. Did I buy 7? I don't think I bought 7. And then I had to like log into this fucking account to be like, check my order. Oh yeah, there's 7. It's okay. Like the fact that I was doubting myself like a day after if I bought the right thing is like so bad, man.
It's the fact that the confirmation email also takes quite a while to come through. So I was kind of like, did I actually get these
the thing
things?
is, it's like it's not descriptive. So it was like, I bought the Take Me to the Floor with the Foils bundle.
I looked at those and I was like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. I was just like, what even are these bundles? Is there any bundles?
Fuck is that? Yeah, like awkward small talk bundle foils. What the fuck are you on about?
I just gave up on those and bought the single things. And I think I could have saved some money, but I was just like...
Yeah.
That's the whole point of them. Yeah.
Well, no, because they bundle in the things that you don't want with the things that you do want. They've got a really good habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Tom, I want
all right. I know you get it, mate. Some of us don't want certain things.
So that's our rant. Like, I'm not joking, right? You've got what, like, these numbers aren't even fucking order, right? You got
that made me want to end it.
22. What's the why? 22.
This is great content. Just the downfall of Adam.
You got 22 fucking SKUs, 7 drops. What the fuck is wrong with you? Sort out.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was too much. I only got the Bloomberg Planeswalkers and Monty Python 1 and 2. There was a bundle where it was like £110 and it had those 3 and something else in it, but I was like, I don't want the other thing, so I'm just gonna get these 3.
Ryan,
it was just it fucking took me so long to work everything out.
I missed the Monty Python Volume 1, which I'm gutted about.
Have you guys read this yet?
I have not.
Nope.
Ooh.
I've read some of it and I've seen a lot of commentary on the site called Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter had a bit of a field day with this. So Rosewater, head designer for Magic, has put out effectively like every year he kind of does like a retrospective of what's been happening and kind of like wins and losses. So it's quite interesting. I'll not read the entire thing because no one wants that. But I'll just kind of go over like some kind of key highlights and some interesting terms of phrase that he has used. The more interesting ones is like the set breakdowns. I think like overall the kind of broad Magic as a picture, I think, you know, is everyone kind of knows this. The interesting bits on Lord of the Rings was the Ring Temp 2 received a lot of criticism. As someone who is pretty enfranchised in Magic, I still don't know what the Ring Temp 2 does.
I was about to say, you don't know, do you?
No. It's bizarre to me. Someone says my commander is now a ring bearer, and then I kind of just like glaze over. And like,
do you turn into a Nazgul?
Yeah, I'm just like, I just don't know what this does. What are you doing? So that's interesting. That as a pretty much like a flagship mechanic of this set, it was like hotly criticized. And this is the one that's getting a lot of criticism, which is 2 of the cards were too good. The biggest complaint I got about this set was the power level of 2 cards, the One Ring and Orcish Bowmasters. Many feel they are warping the environments they're legal in and wish they could be banned. Others are concerned about our ability to reprint them. which I have bought on, we do have the ability to do so and can even make them in-universe equivalents. The special one version of the One Ring was upsetting to some, although enjoyable by others. This, like, upsetting to some is like 10 people on Twitter complaining. The amount of free PR coverage they got from that is like invaluable. It's really weird to be like, these two cards are mad powerful and they're still legal in every
Well,
format.
it might not be today.
Yeah. So we're recording this on Monday. There's a ban announcement today. So we'll see. I don't know if they will ban. I mean, you probably know better than me. What are the odds on One Ring and Bowmasters getting banned? There's one
Probably
idiot bird that's definitely getting banned.
I think the problem is you've got to deal with Nadu first and then see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if the ring hits a ban later in the year, start of next year, because it's like, cool, now this One Ring card is really good, getting rid of Nadu and everything else. But also, Wizards have been known to just like scorch the earth in a couple of formats. They've done it before, so who knows? Everyone's very excited to see Nadu banned today, though, which is wild.
I saw randomly saw it trending on my Twitter. I think it was like yesterday morning or something, and I was like, "Has something happened with Nadu again?" Like, but I guess ban list coming out, it makes sense. Thankfully, I've never played against it, so I'm safe. I hatred.
The ability to reprint the One Ring, obviously, I mean, they can just do like their in-universes border skin of that, but like Orcish Bowmasters, there are orcs in Tarkir, right? They can just they can
orcs everywhere.
What does Bowmasters do? I don't think I've seen that card.
So much fucking stuff, Kerri. It is a 1/1. Oh my god, Wizard, please!
Geez,
it is a 1/1 Orc Archer for 1 the black, has flash when it enters the battlefield, and whenever an opponent draws a card except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, it deals 1 damage to any target, and then you amass Orcs 1.
Right,
So it's just it's like free ping against like decks in Eternal formats, where most strategies in Eternal formats are draw more than 1 card a turn. So it's so much value.
Pushes a lot of low toughness creatures out of the format.
Yes.
This is another problem.
Yeah.
It's a lot more of a problem in anything but Commander. So it's probably less of a problem in Commander. It's a good card in Commander, but
I feel like I played against it on
Standard,
Arena. I'm not sure if it's actually on. Maybe I've played against something similar and it was annoying because I play Modern and Standard on Arena, I think. Maybe.
Let's see. I can see, like Emma said, I can see Nadu getting banned today, and then maybe the One Ring, like after the set of not or Modern kind of season, seeing what happens there.
Eldraine is so good.
Wilds of Eldraine, and Tri-Tales and Charm Bowship was a huge hit. This is like, we've been massive fans of this. I think every time we get to talk about Tri-Tales, we pull it over, which is nice. I don't think anything there. Rolls were fiddly and had logistical issues. Yes, if I have to carp a card or turn a card upside down to mark a thing, it is fiddly. I think that is a Wilds of Eldraine felt like it had the Innistrad Midnight Hunt Crimson Vow problem with like Night and Day, which is like, this feels like a mechanic that was made for Arena and not for paper. Because it's just like so many variables and stuff going on, which is hilarious because Rolls very rarely comes up in Commander. I don't know the impact that it's had on Standard. I think it's very little, if any.
I think there's one card that sees play with it now.
The one red,
right? The Monstrous Rage.
Yeah, Monstrous Rage. But yeah, like rolls are a weird one. And then just, I also hate the term "some players" because this is just telling me that this is like 4 people on Mark Rose's Tumblr or Twitter, like shouting at him. So I'm trying to not take into account those too much. Ixalan had one interesting one. The set didn't feel underground enough. For a set that started as designed being an underground set, many of the players didn't feel the theme strongly enough. One of the biggest culprits was the fact that so many cards had blue sky in the art.
Oh my god.
Many commented that while the set did feel like a return to Ixalan, it didn't really capture the underground portion of the play. Yes, but...
I didn't even realise it was meant to be an underground thing. I thought it was just like on land dinosaurs in forests.
Yeah, I didn't either,
shit
to be
like
honest.
that.
It was meant to be like a Indiana Jones, like exploration adventure kind of, like it was like the top-down theme goals.
Okay.
But I just love the not underground enough, 8 out of 10, too much sky.
People don't like going outside, Adam.
It's very, very good.
The sky is scary.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned the descend thing, because as soon as they announced that, I thought that was just awful, and I felt like I was the only person who hated it. A lot of those mechanics in that set, I just didn't find that overly that interesting or engaging. So not even that. I didn't think they were interesting, but the fact that you've got descend and descended being two different things.
It was nuts.
Confusing.
Some players dislike the Jurassic World tie.
I love the Jurassic World tie.
I did. But I could see this is the anti-Universes Beyond crowd, right? So main issue wasn't the design of the individual cards. Most players admitted they thought the top-down design for most of them were good. The issue was that they didn't like it mixed into the set. While it did tap into dinosaur typal theme, it didn't feel organic to what else was going on and felt weird when they showed up in boosters. The most common feedback was not to mix Universes Beyond with Magic in Universes set. The second most common note about the tie-in, so 5 people on Twitter, was that the cards dropped too infrequently, meaning players that were excited to see them didn't get to see them didn't get to see them enough, which I think is true. That bit is true.
I opened, I think, like 2 booster boxes of Ixalan plus many other cards, many other packs, and I'm pretty sure I only got like 3 or 4.
You got 1 guaranteed in the collector's bundle, and you got 1 guaranteed in the collector's booster, and it was like 1 in 9, I think was the ratio.
You might have got a lot of the lands.
I got Command Tower.
I got the token, which is always a token. So you're like, over the token, guys. I think the cards themselves were cool, but it's because they've done that now twice, right? On the November sets, which is so Transformers and Brothers War and Jurassic World into Ixalan.
And I love both of them.
I've got
suck that some people.
The other thing is they announced some players.
Some players.
They announced the tie-in. They announced their tie-ins quite late as well for these. So there is a chance Duskmorn has a tie-in, which we'll get into in a minute.
100%.
I think
it has to be like Stranger Things or Evil Dead.
No,
I've got a. I'll go into my idea in a minute.
I called it months ago. I need to go and find the tweet, because if it's right,
I might have an idea that Stomp Show idea to death, Tom. Anyway,
we'll see.
Murders at Karloff Manor, not Mark. What the other one?
Some players enjoyed this guy.
Some players.
I feel like Mark Rosewell just wants to put quotes, but around some players.
Some players.
Some players.
Twitter. Players like Murder Mystery Theme Moderation. I actually think they didn't lean into it enough. I felt like it was just a detective theme with like a murder mystery that was solved in story articles before the set even came out.
The saddest part about this set, the best part about Karloff Manor was the Cluedo release.
Yes.
And nobody cared.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally the best part of the set. It's really fun to play.
It is really fun to play. But yeah, it's weird. I felt like they were just like, we could do a Cluedo tie-in. We should probably also do a set that ties into it somehow. So the wider Magic community is happy, because we need to make 1,000 like weapons that also equipment clues. And then players enjoy many of the murder mystery theme mechanics. Investigate returning was a huge hit. Collect evidence cases and the Surveil lands got a lot of call outs as being personal favorites in the set. These all feel like spiky-ish as well. Like Surveil lands got a lot of call outs as being personal favorites in the set. Because it's just like really efficient land types that have decent financial value.
It's really good for cards.
Yeah.
Just no one bought it because no one cared about going back to Ravnica again.
I loved Endgame.
I mean, we literally had just had Ravnica remastered not too long before Madness came
I feel
out.
like that bombed. Some players enjoyed Disguise, other players preferred Morph.
It's too many mechanics. I don't know what anything means anymore.
I love that because I've got another flip in my flip deck just to make it even weirder.
Disguise is just Morph with Ward, right?
Yeah.
Menace.
Yeah. So it's fine. Set was a bad execution of a backdrop set. So they've got, which I think is true. So they've gone to say backdrop sets are like small instances of things happening in wider planes. So rather being like, this is an end all be all for the plane of Ravnica, it's like here is a small kind of cultural event that is happening on that plane, which I think is actually a really good thing. But I don't think it works in a. It caters to their problem of jumping between planes so quickly and not staying on a plane long enough with this like one block system.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you had to endure Feros for 3 blocks, and knowing that it was bad after set 2. So I think that's probably why. I think if you did like a big set reintroducing a plane of kind of laying out the status quo, and then you did a backdrop set, which was like, and then this thing happened, I think a lot more people would be more welcoming to that.
I wouldn't even mind if there was a bit of a gap. So you have the main set, and then a couple of sets later, you have like a meanwhile.
Yeah.
Have a little backdrop set. And I totally agree. It should have been on New Capenna. It's been staring at me in the face that time.
It felt like they had decided for New Capenna and then just like put it on the shelf and then came back to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have fit so much better.
Yeah.
And then detective mechanics were overdone. Investigate, collect evidence and cases were popular, but detective type or add suspect were less loved, with Disguise being a mixed bag. Yeah, it did feel like the issue with having such a narrow theme is that all your mechanics should speak to that theme, and then individual card designs can talk to wide aspects of what is going on that plane. But it means that you are just completely in on having potentially, and their obsession with doing like 10 archetypes of draft now as well, which means you're probably having like at least 5 mechanics that are based around that set's theme. OCJ, God.
Too many set symbols.
Yeah.
Too many hats.
Too many hats.
So many hats.
Many players, everyone, enjoyed the Western flavor. This feels like he's going, by the way, a lot of people enjoyed this actually, not the 5 angry people on Twitter. So, yeah, Magic has been talking about doing a Western theme set for years, and many players were excited to finally go there. More so than any other recent pre-release, players dress up for the event, both at pre-releases and in online content. I do agree with that. I feel like that is more a testament to the staying power of Western like tropes more than like
it's a pop culture thing rather than who's going to dress up as a detective.
Yeah.
It's also that they paid creators to go and do pre-release and standard events and stuff. So
lent really heavily into that as well this time around as well. Yeah. Lessons, the plain felt paper thin. Yep. I think the issue they had again was it being one set and the whole lure being like this plane just popped out of nowhere, but it also has Denzians. So like it makes no sense. Where did the cactus man come from? Like if not from this plane. So yeah, that was weird. And then no justification for all legendary creatures. Yeah, but that's what happens when you make the baseball episode of Magic the Gathering, like, and all your villains show up. Like, what do you want? So I did feel like this was probably the top of the bell curve of just the amount of legendaries in a set since like March the Machine, right? It feels like a handover from that. Tone felt too jokey.
I mean that's on them because they had cards like Bristly Bill. Like, come on.
Hey, you leave Spiky Mike alone.
And also Giant Beaver.
Yeah, Giant Beavers.
I don't think it felt too. I don't understand how can it feel too jokey. Like,
I mean, some of the
they've got like holy
names.
cow and stuff, but it's fine. It's, like he says, you can have a bit of a joke.
I think it's the pop culture thing of Westerns.
Yeah.
It's like it's fairly jokey in how it's just portrayed. So I think people just assumed the magic set was also jokey. I thought it was fine. It was a bit cheesy in places, but I actually enjoy magic sets that aren't as serious because it means they can have some humor. We literally just had the Phyrex innovation not too long ago. Like, loosen up.
Yeah, I think it was like a nice kind of cultural reset of just like tone of just like, not everything is always doom and gloom and body horror. Like sometimes we can have fun, and that involves, a lot of our villains wearing hats.
And skies on Ixalan, which we're not allowed apparently.
Take away the artist's blue pens.
I can't imagine just like whoever said like there's too much sky on this art. So
it's just one guy right on Twitter.
It's so good.
It's one guy with like multiple burner accounts.
Some players.
Yeah. I'm about to some players. Horizons 3. Themes were fun. Energy, Eldrazi, and Modified were all called out as compelling and exciting themes.
Yeah, Adam, you loved it.
Nobody can see that.
Although numerous people stated they would be happy to never see Annihilator again. I actually am an Annihilator apologist, and I think Annihilator's fine.
What does Annihilator do again?
So it'll be like Annihilator X, and it's like when this creature attacks, the defending player sacks X permanents.
Okay.
It's a Kerri mechanic because it's incredibly toxic.
And it could be lands if you've got nothing left.
Yeah, it can.
Yes.
But what it does do is it finishes a game.
Yeah.
And it should finish a game because it's on a freaking kaiju most of the time. So like it makes sense, and I'm fine.
It's also flavorful to the Eldrazi. It's what they do.
Like devouring and and corrupting and destroying. So all good. That's and then lessons. Lessons is stop making modern a rotating format. In terms of power, 2 cards have balance issues. It's hard to talk about Modern Horizons 3 without discussing 2 cards. Nadu is dominating constructed formats, and then referring Chrysalis, upsetting many limit games.
Riding Chrysalis.
A lot of players.
I got you.
Sure. It's early. I haven't slept.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I got you.
And these are bogus fucking words. Yeah, I can't speak English. Nadu Winged Wisdom was a mistake, obviously, and will probably be a bit banned today. But why put out an article being like, these cards are destroying our constructed formats whilst they're still legal?
I think it's better than just not acknowledging it at all. Like, if Mark Rose had put this thing out and just put, some people think Nadu Winged Wisdom's a bit too good for modern, that's going to cause a lot of fallback.
That's true. That's fair.
Sometimes you have to just like take a small L instead of a bigger L, and I think that's what's happened here.
Yeah.
I'm really excited in the edit to smash cut to a black screen that says, and Nadu wasn't banned.
Can you imagine if it's not bad today?
I'll just put the the screenshot of the ban.
So that is native design nonsense. Eric, next opinion. Soul Ring should be banned in Commander. 3, 2, 1. I used to disagree. I now think we've got to a point where we should just ban it. Because
clickbait.
It is clickbait. It's not clickbait. It's color pie breaking. I think the argument that every deck has it is now no longer an excuse. I think the games in which one person turn one to Soul Ring are just not non-games now. Like, it's got to the point where they're just not games. Because as the format gets faster, turn one Soul Ring just gets more and more egregious. And I think we can probably move into a world where we just don't have the ability to do that.
I will say they are releasing a lot more ramp that does things like, the TV in Duskmorn, the Patchwork Banner,
which is
Bloomburrow.
Which is better when you have a turn 1 Soul.
Yeah. But I mean, if they did remove it, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't think it's that bad.
I think you could ban it. There'd be an initial uproar, and then a year later, we would have moved past it.
Oh, 100%.
The issue is you probably have to communicate with WotC that is coming, because so they don't put it in the pre-com. But it is what it is. It's all about basic land. It's fine.
I think it just encourages the table to team up against somebody more often than not, which isn't a problem. But I'll take it or leave it. So Lily famously signed that contract, so she knows her paperwork.
She's also a teacher.
She is a teacher.
But fraudulently. She's undercover.
The false identity. She's actually
Yeah. Professor Onyx?
She's like failing false tax returns under Professor. Sorry, that's
you know she didn't pay any tax on those teacher income.
The theme today is legendary creatures you could take in a fist fight. I'm really hoping for children.
Yeah,
on your
I'm in R2.
Yeah,
a doll
on your go, not my go. And then we can make, if you have questions about if you have questions about context, we can do that as we go. So 1 through 5. Here's your first entry.
So hang on, 1 is. I mean, that's just a bunny rabbit.
One is I can definitely take. I can kill this fucker.
1.
In a fist
Let's
fight.
go then.
Yeah. And then 5 is I do not want to touch this in a fist fight.
Okay. Phineas Ace Archer. He's a bunny rabbit. Am I on Duskmorn? Not Duskmorn. Am I on
Bloomburrow?
Am I a creature?
I think the fighting situation is you are on whatever turf you find neutral to you.
Can I step in? Because
Huh?
there's a podcast I listen to, and they have a thing. It's a comic book podcast, like comic book movies. They have a thing where they do this. They do episodes where it's like two things versus each other.
Yeah.
The way they say it is an American football pitch, which they're Australian, so they have no idea of how big that is. Both opponents appear at either end.
Yeah.
You appear at either side, and it's just, that's it.
Yeah, sure. But I was going to say, whatever form they are on the card is the form they are.
Yeah. But there's no no home turf advantage.
No.
Just either end of an American football pitch.
Yeah. And this is
I could easily
physical fist fight, no weapons, no magic, no powers.
Even better then. I was going to say I can easily dodge the pinecone arrows that he's going to be shooting at me.
No. Unless you want to do it as you are fighting them and they have all their powers and weapons.
No.
Okay. So you're
Easy.
saying Phineas
is a 1.
Is a 1.
It's a bunny rabbit.
What about Furkrag, cunning instigator? It's
he's only a 3/3
dragon. I'm pretty sure Furkrag is actually quite a small dragon in comparison to the other dragons in Baldur's Gate, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm going to put that
You've got 2, 3, 4, and 5 left.
I think maybe let's go 4 because it is a dragon.
Has teeth and claws. Even if it's the size of a dog, it's going to fuck you up, isn't it? Let's be real. Okay, so Furkrag is at 4. So you have 2, 3, and 5 left. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. I'm going to say in full armor, no horse.
In full armor? God, I probably couldn't. I got more chance than the dragon, though, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, I would say you do.
She doesn't have teeth and claws, but that's pretty tough. I guess 3.
Okay, so you got 2 and 5 left.
Tarnos,
Urza's apprentice.
1 nerd, 2.
He's a massive nerd. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Then your number 5 is
Nashi. No, I mean, he's like a ninja, isn't he?
But he's tiny.
Yeah, but
you've seen the pictures of him next to all the Duskmorn teenagers. He's tiny.
I feel like there's a flaw in the logic of this segment.
So you have the rabbit. I've gotten all their names. I'm really sorry.
Phineas Ace Archer.
at 1. Arnos at 2.
Yeah.
Adeline at 3.
Yeah.
Berkrag at 4.
Yeah.
And Nashi at 5. I think Nashi's done you in there.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you have placed Nashi? 3? 2?
2.
Yeah.
He's basically the rabbit, but with more ninja training.
I think the ninja. I think you're underestimating the ninja training.
I think the ninja stuff comes up that often, but anyway. My God.
Yeah, but he could like blink out and then punch you in the side of the head. Ooh.
We have a rule on this show where if it's Lord of the Rings or Doctor Who, I get to skip. I just don't understand them. Kerri, Emergent Intelligence. There's a Fallout robot.
That's Mr. Handy.
They do have a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Kerri up 4. They feel no pain.
I mean, I think Kerri is...
They're a medical...
It's a medical one, yeah.
Yeah, but they still have a fucking bone saw attached to one of their appendages. And they are a robot. They're not really going to, like...
That is true.
I don't think a fist fight is the best form of fighting these guys. I'm going to put Kerri at 4. Bladering the Risen. Okay, yes.
Ooh.
That's probably a 5. Mm-hmm. Okay, Bladering's 5.
He's huge.
He's massive, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
Gilwain, casting director.
Casting director. This fucking
big nerd.
Theatre nerd. I'll beat this theatre kid up. 1. Him tried to entice me with a hat. Amzu, Swarm's Hunger.
That is a human-sized.
I was gonna say it's a
bug
big
man.
Fucking insect with like pointy legs and claw hands. I'm gonna say 3.
Yeah, checks out.
I'm gonna say 3. So
your number 2
is
some giant or something, please. I mean,
Aronika. I mean, they're a freaking gladiator.
Yeah, like a Roman
crone veteran. Yeah, they are an issue. I've never seen this card before.
I mean, either.
Taranika, a crone veteran.
I think
this is okay.
Yeah, it's a human. They are like ripped as hell.
Yeah, 2 a gladiator human, 3 a big bug, 4 a robot that doesn't feel pain, and then 5 a dragon who is literally on fire.
Flaming dragon, yeah.
I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah, it checks out.
I'm okay with that. Okay, there we go. That was quick and easy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Usually we're like talking about an hour about like which one's
like, would I smash this strange ethereal creature or not?
Yeah, that was a weird shuffle where it kind of actually worked out. Right. I've literally just put here gamer chat because no one's been playing Magic enough. So
it's the season of releases.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing as well, right? This is when like summer is when everyone's playing Magic because we're out and about, and then it's cold and dark outside at 3 o'clock, and then we start just jamming video games. Have I talked about Inscription on this podcast, Tom?
Oh no, it's so good though.
Okay,
I should have told you to play it sooner.
Have you two played Inscription?
No, but I've heard good things.
Okay,
it's incredible.
You should both play Inscription. I'm not going to say
go
anything
in blind.
Go completely blind.
Don't
look up anything. No. It is incredible.
It's amazing.
There are very few games this year. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 more where I've stopped playing at like 11:30, which is way past my bedtime. And then I go to bed thinking about this game. I can't sleep because I'm thinking about this game. And I wake up and the first thing I do is not even eat breakfast, it's play this video game.
I finished it in one sitting. It was like that. I couldn't.
Hooks in me. Yeah,
I couldn't stand
all
up.
I wanted to do. It's so
had
good.
to finish it.
But what type of game is it though? That's important because
okay.
It's a card game.
Does it have? Wait. Does it have? Okay.
No.
Does it have puzzles and stuff?
It's a card game.
Okay. Well, I'm not good at card games.
No. It's a very, you will be fine at it. It's a card game.
Okay.
It's very simple and it drip feeds everything really slowly. And there is some very light puzzle in it, but it's like if you've played a Pokemon game or a Zelda game or something, that kind of puzzle. It's not
a card game.
I hate Zelda games and I hate
it's not. Tom is misselling it. Stop listening to him.
Think of it like a puzzle in a Zelda dungeon. But it's probably not even that. I can't think of a good way of.
I would say it is a card game.
Yeah.
Go play Inscription. It is on Game Pass. You have no excuse.
It's great.
It's legitimately, and I think Kerri, like you being now closer to like game dev due to your role, I think you would really appreciate it.
It is great.
Sure.
Have you played the roguelike version yet, Adam?
I'm on
They
that
got it
now.
on Xbox. Yeah.
Yes, I'm on. I've done 6 runs.
Have you looked at the background, the ARG and stuff?
Yes.
You've watched all the videos about that.
Yeah. I've done all that.
Because they did this whole ARG where they had like geocaches and stuff around the world, and like people found this USB, and it's so cool. It's really, really cool. And it links into all the devs' old games. There's puzzles in it where they had to go back to games this guy released on itch like 8 years ago, and there was a reference in that game that they then used in this to. It's crazy. He's been building up to it for. Yes, we need to stop talking about this game.
Like play Inscription.
It's great.
And then I've started Dragon Age, but not done it. I literally made my character look like my Baldur's Gate 3 character, which I still can't find a picture for, which isn't him with his ball sack hanging out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you sent me a picture, but as soon as you said ball sack, I was like, yeah, it's probably good.
It's the only picture I have of him is the sexy with Lae'zel, where your character like stands up, and for some reason, like it's just full dong.
Didn't we talked about this with these two last time, didn't we?
I'm pretty sure we did when we talked about Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. And I made him. And I've made him in Dragon Age. And I literally started and I haven't played it since because I'm a straight white man. I've been playing Call of Duty.
Did they have ball physics in Dragon Age?
I don't know.
Don't think so. I
don't think they
haven't
do.
seen any ball physics yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that yet.
Literally, so I've done like the body customization for him, and like the only max sliders are 100% glutes, 100% bulge. That's it. Like everything else is just like standard.
He has your character has the body frame of an upside down wine glass. It's just like
I'm interested in Dragon Age, like the new one, just because it looks cool and I see so many people talking about it, but I haven't played any of the previous ones.
Same.
Yeah, people like you can play. I can't remember what the last one was. People like you can play that, but then you don't really need to. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so Inquisition's really long. That's the main issue.
Yeah.
Inquisition was in that peak Assassin's Creed map big game development meta. So I would
also in the big sort of like MMO must play with friends all the time deal as well, which just added a lot of bloat.
There's so much bloat in that game. So I would think
which one I tried.
Watch a story recap, and that Inquisition's the one that matters the most. 1 and 2 is more just like world backdrop setting at this point. So you can probably find like a Dragon Age story in 30 minutes YouTube video now.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's done a TLDR considering how fanatic the fans are for that game. So
yeah, and I the choices in that game were like not. This is probably sacrilege to Dragon Age fans. I don't feel like they were super impactful.
They weren't. Not as impactful as Origins.
Or like even like the later Mass Effects. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. And you can kind of make those choices again at the beginning of this. But yeah, I will say as not typically a Call of Duty meathead. Tom, have you played the campaign yet?
I haven't got it.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's on Game Pass, man.
I don't have Game Pass.
This is Kerri just shilling Vampire Survivors. I'm just shilling Game Pass. The campaign for this game, I don't know what a better way of selling it rather than my wife, who has no interest in shooters, is playing this campaign and is loving it.
It's pretty cool.
It is like full-on spycraft.
Does it carry on from the last one? The last COD?
It carries on from Black Ops 5 loosely. Very, very loose.
Was that the last
Cold
one?
Cold War. Because it's Treyarch.
Okay, so it's not the last one. The last one that came out.
3, which is
okay, good, because God, that was awful.
Modern Warfare 3 was terrible. No, this carries on from Cold War.
Okay, cool. I might give it a go.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like there's...
I've been playing something. If you...
Well, I'm not finished, so shut the fuck up.
Go on, Kerri. Jeez.
What I was
He's
gonna
got
say,
that card game of rage. Look.
what I was gonna say was, like, it's set in the 90s. So one of the first missions you do is you like infiltrate a Bill Clinton presidential rally, which is really weird. Because at one point you're just pointing a gun at Bill Clinton. And you're just like, that man's still alive. This is really weird. Like, it's so strange. And then I was talking to people at work about this, which is, we are going to be alive when Call of Duty has to tackle 9/11. Like, there is going to be a 9/11 in a Call of Duty game in our lifetime. Like, it is bizarre that, like, they've just ran out of material so quickly that they are now tackling things that we are dealing with, like, you know,
they're approaching from either end, aren't they? Like, they're approaching from the 90s, and then the future ones are coming in, and they're just gonna get there at the middle. And
it's so weird. But yeah, like, this one's all about like Saddam Hussein and Bill Clinton. I'm like, these people were alive very recently, or are still alive. It's very strange to be like, you know, let's throw a zombies B story plotline in this like very serious video game with Bill Clinton in it.
It's like, I saw this on the news as a child. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it's really strange. It's so weird. But yeah, the campaign, like the way it's laid out, is actually quite interesting. It's a lot of like, not like semi-open worldness and like choices you can do, and like there's very, at the beginning anyway, I think I'm like 2 missions towards the end, so it might fall on its ass, but a lot of it is like not just shooting non-white people in the face and being like, hoorah, America, which is different for Call of Duty. Now, Tom,
I think Treyarch tends to do quite well with Call of Duty, I think. So
yeah, they do. Cold War was also quite fun. Cold War was like the 80s.
Yeah, I enjoy Cold War
stuff, which was like going through an 80s mall and just shooting like Russians. Always fun.
Speaking of Russians, is it mine will be quick carried out where you can talk about Vampire Survivors? I've played Zero Cyber. It's like Stalker. If you ever played that, but it's top-down pixels, and it's like these adorable little cute pixel guys, and you're running around like a nuclear fallout, like wasteland, shooting ghouls and bandits, and it's just really fun. It's just come out on 1.0. Yeah, it's good fun. Little indie game. Really good. That's me.
Well, it's my turn. Let's talk about Vampire Survivors.
I'm so excited for this DLC. Yeah. I'm so excited.
So yeah, Vampire Survivors just brought out. We had the Ode to Castlevania, kind of come full circle. Obviously, there's a lot of inspiration taken from Castlevania when the game was originally made. It is a huge DLC. It's pretty much an expansion. Like, it's big. I can't say all the numbers, but 20 plus characters, 40 plus weapons, 30 plus music tracks, a gigantic stage, which is a lot bigger than people think it is. And it's just had like overwhelmingly like positive reactions from people.
And it's like £3.
Yeah, £2.99, but you can also get it on sale at the moment.
Crazy.
But yeah, it is big. It is big, and I have played it for like a while now. Obviously been playtesting and stuff, but it's nice to see everyone's reactions to it. And even if you don't know much from Castlevania, you probably know some characters, or if you see on like the Netflix show, you'll know some characters. But it's been a lot of fun working on that for the past few months, and now it's out and I can finally talk about it. So yeah, go pick it up. It's very cheap.
I've had to put off getting it because every time I get a Vampire Survivors DLC, I will sit and I will complete it. And I know this one's going to take a while. Because like the Among Us one, I didn't think I was going to like. It's insane. The Conjure one I knew I was going to like, and it's really good. But yeah, I love Castlevania, so
I'm just emailing Ponkel's marketing department our PayPal address so you can pay for this.
That'll be me getting that email. My line manager just gets back after he's off next week, but he'll get back to me like, what? It's fine, Jill, just delete the email for me.
Not an ad. Emma, Dragon Age, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I played about 8 hours so far. It's good. I don't want to say too much, obviously, because people wanting to play it / haven't started it yet. It's good. I will say it's catered towards newer players rather than franchise players. I think it's a good way of putting it. Combat's great, looks great. Character creation is surprisingly detailed, unnecessarily detailed, I feel, but good. I have some.
The head thing really threw me off.
Yeah,
the head thing.
Okay. Do you know
so the character creation is very similar to The Sims, I think is a good way of putting it. It's EA, so I imagine they just took the Sims formula and put it into Dragon Age.
Right.
So people have big heads.
People have big heads, but also the way that you sculpt someone's head is you pick 3 different heads and then you kind of have like a triangle and you kind of just go between them,
so
and
that is
and then you've just got this person's head morphing like in real time as you're trying to like make their ears not be down here and their eyes be up here because the 3 heads you picked are wrong. I think the way to do it
sounds similar to Monster Hunter Wilds. I was playing early access for that, and it has like that triangle system as well, but not for the whole head.
Fake, like the full face. It's just like this weird like concoction of just 4 things that don't like 3 things that don't look right. I literally just went, I like that one, and just slid the triangle. Like I was just like, do that.
It's cool, but I think a lot of the features are just unnecessary. Like they're just there for the sake of it. The game itself is good so far. The combat's great. It looks great. The world building's great. Some of the writing and some of the like dialogue is a bit ropey. Yeah. But it's getting better the later you go in the game. Let's put it that way.
I found all of the set characters' voice acting is really strong, and then your character is like the most insert, just
some
like
of the
generic.
animations are quite wooden as well, which makes the dialogue come across even worse. Like, if there's actual body movement and language, it makes it a bit easier. But when it's just like, oh no, that's it. It's like, great.
On the animations point, I was fully sold because my Baldur's Gate 3 character, who this character is based on, his entire build was just picking up things and throwing them at people. And the first thing you do in this game is pick up a bar sword, just launch it at someone's head. I was like, we're back. Like, this is perfect. We're so back. I'm so happy.
It's good so far. I'm enjoying it, but it's a lot different from previous Dragon Ages. It's for a new audience because it's been 10 years since the last one, so they have to.
So I was trying to think. I've definitely played one. It might have been like free
Origins
on PlayStation, and I haven't played PlayStation for.
Origins was free like a couple times, I think.
Yeah, this would have been years ago though.
Yeah. So. I bought Origins day one. That's how old I am.
Same.
I'm just so old. Everyone's like, this game's 10 years old. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Cool. Everyone could just skip the gaming chat bit because that's not why they're.
Play Zero Cyber. It's really good. And Inscription.
Play Inscription. Jesus Christ, play Inscription. News.
And play Vampire Survivors.
Okay. Yeah, but there's no achievements for Castlevania, so I'm free. That's my favorite.
There's in-game achievements.
Yeah, that's fine. It just doesn't add up my Xbox number, so it's fine. It's time for another Planeswalker tier list. I can't remember what one it is because I'm really bad.
Ranking Planeswalkers by how likely they are to get kicked out of an anime convention.
Yeah, that's that one.
Okay.
The downside is I don't know people's names, so I'm just going to be going off what they look like. But I am also
vibes. Give you some spiel.
Can you zoom in on their faces too?
No. This is.
I don't know who's who.
Wait, that's the wrong window. One sec.
So Kaya's definitely likely to get kicked out.
There we go.
Because she's a hunter.
Yeah, she's going to be hunting all the furries down.
It is.
And the spirits.
Awkward. Yeah, Kaya's an ass.
Ajani is not going to be thrown out.
Ajani's going in with the fairies, so he's allowed.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's opposite.
Sorin is a 1,000-year-old man at a convention full of 18-year-old girls. So that is an S.
Hey, I mean that's pretty normal. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be.
I love how when we do these, we always go in with the A and we get the top 2 done.
Yeah, and then we try and work out. It's you set the kind of like measuring
you
sticks.
need to set the parameters.
Yeah. I always forget her name.
That's Arlencord.
No.
Arlencord is a friend of the furries.
She's a werewolf.
Yeah, it's a D. Hear me out. Garruk, big lovable idiot jock man. But
Here we go.
I think he might like accidentally like pick up someone that he's not meant to pick up without consent. I don't know if this is S. It could be A.
I would say A.
think it's A.
We can leave these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
S is
we'll
just
move
like
around.
S is like you're like you get to the doors and you're immediately
Yeah,
just
S
not
is
allowed
like
in.
you are banned forever.
No.
Yeah, their pictures are on the wall. Like, don't let these
Yeah.
people in.
Like-
Like, yeah.
S is like the police have been informed. Like that is level
Why is
we're
Sarah
acting at. Because he's 1,000 years old and this convention is for 18-year-old
Yeah,
girls.
but you got to realize that people love vampires.
No, I think sorry.
true.
Like this is there's an age gap that I am not comfortable with, at all with Soren.
I think Nicol Bolas would also be allowed in because he's a scaly, so people would
That's
love
true.
to see
Okay,
that.
I think that logic means that
Angrath,
Angram.
So Cura as well.
Yeah, so all the furries and scalies are clear.
Is Ugin a scaly? He's a spirit.
He's a dead.
He's a dead scaly.
He's a dead.
Could he even get in?
That is a good point. I think him and Nicol Bolas would be able to fit in technically.
Tamio's a furry.
It's a lot of furries in Magic.
It's a lot for yeah.
Quint
Magic is incredibly furry coded.
Quintorius?
would be
Yeah,
fine anyway.
Yeah, you're cool. I mean, you'd be fine anyway, even if you weren't.
Yeah.
What's it's not scaly. It's like Kerri? What is an elephant furry term?
I have no idea. I just know furries and scalies, man.
Leathery? Like,
Right. Have we got all the
Family?
easy ones done? That's the easy ones, right?
So I would. Okay, so
Is
there's another one.
Vraska a scaly?
that's what I was thinking.
Vraska.
Snaky. Yeah, you're probably fine.
I don't know, but Vraska's a little bit.
She turns everyone to stone.
Yeah.
I think like Vraska is like.
She would not be able
problematic-
to get kicked out because she would turn everyone to stone by looking at them. So,
Yeah.
but she'd be
So
a
she's an
problem.
S, right? Because she's
I
barred.
think she's like a problematic scaly.
Yeah, I'd say she's like a B or an A.
Like a B. I think a B.
Problematic scaly.
Problematic.
We've
scaly.
also
They
got
have them.
Oka would immediately be allowed in because everyone would see him and be like,
Everyone
yeah,
would be
this
taken
alone.
over him.
But I think Oka would cause too much of like a fuss because
And
he's
that's Tybalt.
so.
He would be like he would be like a con guest who doesn't
Yeah.
have any security, and then they cause a fire hazard, so they have to escort him out of the building.
I think
He'd be one of those guys who's outside with like a photographer and then like a big crowd around them.
I think
like
he's
doing
a
his
fire-
shoot.
Conventions.
Yeah, yeah.
a potential fire hazard, and he keeps getting hit by guests like yaoi paddles, and that's a problem. So like, I think we hang around C, just because. Sarkon, fan of the Scalies. D, forgot about you. There you go.
Yeah, but
he
he's-
loves dragons. He loves
Does
dragons.
he,
He's
he loves
as
him
well.
a bit too much, I think.
He
Yeah,
loves
maybe he might cause some problems for the cosplayers.
That's true. Fanatic. B. Actually, you changed my mind. Friend of.
What about
friend of
Metal Man?
foes.
I forget his name.
Khan.
Tezzeret.
Khan. Yeah.
Oh, Khan.
No. Tezzeret is the one with the cybernetic butthole. You know this
Yeah.
time.
He's got, you know.
Cybernetically enhanced butthole.
Khan.
I feel like Khan might break some things, but also that would be a sick. Well, we've seen the cosplay from Max. So
He's got that big, the big cosplayer vibes.
He's blocking up hallways.
He
let's
is
put him
taking
in.
up a lot of space.
Yeah, he's allowed in, but also needs a
think
lot of
a B.
space. So
I
he's a
think a
bit of
B
a.
is fine.
He's taking up a lot of
He needs
space
a
in
guide.
the...
Yeah.
He does.
I feel like Domri's one of those like annoying fucking cosplayers that just goes around like heckling people and like trying to get a rise out of people for content.
I think Domri would take photos without consent.
True.
Yeah. Okay, Domri's nice.
Just get that vibe from him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know much about Domri, but I'm assuming he's one of those annoying.
He's
Is he a
dead.
kid?
He's just like an annoying kid.
Dead kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also super dead.
R.I.P. Domri.
Well, so is Tamio.
Yeah, also super dead. Is Nico?
Kaito, I think Kaito would be fine. He'd just be too excited
Kaito's
to
just
see
got
him.
dumb jock energy. He's
Kaito
fine.
is the person that spends way too much time and way too much money on their cosplay.
Yes. And
Lights
buying
and everything.
cheap anime swords from the Etsy store.
Oh god, he would have
Hell
so
yeah.
many swords
Yeah. So many swords.
and a body pillow.
You're just describing me now.
It's a body pillow full of swords. I think Raoul would be
Just
fine as well.
A straight dude, so he's probably at A or B. He's incredibly boring though, so I think maybe C.
I think C. I don't. He's like someone's dad who's been dragged along.
That's fair. Yeah.
He can be. He can be Khan's guide. There you go.
The steampunkers. I don't think it will cause issue, but I have personal umbrage with, so I think I'm just going to put them at B.
What's your personal umbrage?
Wait, no, but like that's isn't the one in the red. I forget her name. Isn't she like an old lady?
Yeah.
She's not lady, Joe.
I feel like she would just be like a cosplay grandma.
Yeah, but my personal umbrage with steampunkers, I just find them fucking annoying, and I don't get it.
I don't think Raoul would be an issue. I think Raoul would be fine.
I think Raoul would be an issue because he's
I think-
You
isn't.
think?
Yeah.
It's it cause problems?
I think, okay,
Chandra just set everything on fire.
old lady
Is it when
steampunk
you blow
here,
things up?
and then these three steampunk arseholes here.
Don't talk about your favourite little guy Duretti like that. After the
Everyone's gonna
outrage
get up
last
and
time.
leave.
Yeah, everyone's so angry. Keep getting to Ray.
We're getting to the difficult ones now. Like,
Scaly friend. Fine.
I think Tybalt would be up there. He's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, Tybalt has that annoying cosplayer, like prankster content farm, like dickhead energy. I think
I would put Tyvar with Gideon as well.
Yes.
yeah,
Just be
got
Kate.
Jock.
Although like Tyvar has that like body cosplayer vibe where it's just like a dude walking around shirtless with like a bad Goku wig on. And
Accurate.
it's so I don't like maybe B, maybe A. Like he might, like he still has like that kind of like confident like jock energy like of a Garruk where he might pick up someone without consent and like carry him around a convention. Which
I
don't
feel
do
like
that.
Kaito's just dragged him along. So he's got him the Goku
Yeah,
wig.
maybe. These ones are tough.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to, like,
Obnixilis.
I'm tempted to like not.
Obnixilis would just
Rank them.
buy a million things. I feel like he's going around
Yeah, I
buying
don't
little
think
badges.
I'll
and-
order.
I don't think he's an issue.
I don't think he'd be an issue.
Yeah.
I'm just
He's the reason why we still have Funko Pop stands.
yeah, I don't think
I'm
he's an
making
issue.
headcanon for everyone. He's
fueling
buying-
the economy.
He's got an Itta bag with like loads of little badges of himself in it.
I don't think he's a problem.
Wait.
These ones are tough.
Ashiok is just Jace, right? So
Well, Ashiok was Jace that one time.
yeah.
Ashiok
like-
is a dream monster, basically.
Yeah, so I feel like Ashiok might cause a little bit of havoc. But then Jace is like just Jace.
Yeah, but Jace is just the
It's
fucking I'm
at
actually yeah.
I think with Ashiok, she's in like the goth mommy, bracket with Lily. So
I don't think she's an issue. I kind of feel like Jace is going around asking everyone what their favorite anime is and then debating them.
No, Jace is asking for free hugs.
No, that's sad. He had amnesia. Leave him alone. Yeah.
I was wondering who was going to be the free hug sign.
Oh, that's Luca. Actually, is Luca the friend of fairies though? Because in Akora, he only befriended the animals because everyone else hated him, and he was like, "Oh, this." So actually,
He's the one human person who's not in cosplay, but he's stood with all of the like the musical cat cosplayers.
yeah,
He's hanging out with those.
He's just bothering them. Oh god, the
Yeah.
cats cosplayers. Jesus Christ.
They still go.
It's a
They've been going
flashback.
for over a decade.
Oh, her PTSD. Okay, yeah. Oh my god.
Ren and 6 is a hard one. Or Ren and 7.
Yeah. Well, they're just in a mech cosplay, right? So I think they're like the same as Khan, where they're just taking up way too much room.
Yeah, people tripping over the roots.
Yeah. So you were just in a Gundam cosplay. Elsewhere will be fine.
Nahiri's
I forgot
also
the green
buying too many
lady.
swords.
Yeah.
Nahiri's
yeah.
Nahiri is the person that's bought too many swords.
Yeah, they're all 3D printed for some reason.
Is it Nessa? Is that no?
Nissa.
Nissa,
Nissa's probably
that's it.
fine.
I think she'd probably
Yeah.
be okay.
They'll be fine. I just don't think. Yeah, these are all.
Dovin.
He's probably fine.
Teferi?
Narset might kick someone in the face.
Narset's like doing spin kicks for photos and like hitting like a toddler behind her, just like knocking them straight out.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Isn't Nas? Are they autistic? I forget if it's in the law or not. Yeah. So they're kicking people in the face by accident. They don't realize they have spatial awareness.
She's just like going around the corner and doing like a flying kick, and there's like just a toddler
I believe
strolling
that
past.
Narset is canon.
It's like when they get too into the cosplay.
Yeah, she's really into it.
Teferi's fine. Lily is probably okay.
I think she would be really angry at everybody. People would be coming up for asking for photos, and she'd be getting really miffed.
So you're saying
it.
pretentious cosplay girl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm kind of getting that vibe.
Yeah, I think.
Cosplay influencer.
She's not causing a problem, unprovoked. She's being provoked into getting aggressive.
If you're not a notorious photographer, she's asking for money to take a picture.
Yeah. She's got a sign that says like a charge, how much for a photo.
Koff is probably fine. Tezzeret, it's a skeezy motherfucker. It's
So
probably
much slander for my boy.
B, maybe A.
He's got that cool hand.
I just don't know why. He's got a hand that's got an orange tag on it to show it's
I don't know who
weapon.
this last Megamind person is. I forget their name.
This is Dovin, right? Dovin.
He of the veto.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, he's a cop, so
You can go an A.
He feels like he's just been dragged along.
Yeah, but
I don't think he'd cause an issue.
I don't think he'd cause issues.
he's the actually guy.
He isn't actually.
He's the Star Wars actually guy.
Yeah, I can see. Okay.
He's telling it to the kid who got drop kicked by NASA.
This is our tier list of Planeswalkers ranked by how likely they are to get kicked out of an anime con. This was actually quite quickly because I didn't realise how many furries and scalies there were.
Should we dive into that? Are there any of the furries that would be problematic?
Yeah, is there any that are majorly problematic? Because
I
they
don't
can.
think so. Like, boring furry, friend of the furry.
Xenagos has a problem. Like he
just likes to
he's a god.
party.
He's a god.
Xenagos just likes to party. Maybe a C.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any that I'm like, no. I dramatically want to move or shift around.
Healy would be like helping people fix things,
Yeah.
If like buttons have fallen off, she just like...
She's the one with the 3D printer.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's got a 3D.
carrying it around.
She is a walking 3D printer.
Yeah,
Just making more swords for Nahiri.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that I'm dramatically against moving up or down.
So I think this is good.
There you go, official. Ship it off to Wizards.
Yeah, here you go. My favourite thing is whenever I open up Tier Maker, the last ranking is there, and I have to remember what it was. I'm like, what the fuck was this? So it is what it is. We are going to move over to news.
Also, sorry if I'm sniffing a bit, listeners.
Just edit out.
It's cold.
Edit
I
it
can't
all
go
out.
through it. Edit them all out.
Edit out. So I usually hit my my mute button. I just hit my mute button saying I hit my mute button, which is really good audio. News. We didn't talk about the Marvel Secret Lair shenanigans last episode. Or did it happen last episode? Or was it okay? This Secret Lair, acquiring the Secret Lair, was probably the most stressed I've been in a really long time in terms of like buying Magic.
Yeah.
Normally, like the process is just it's pretty smooth. I know it's different in the US. In Europe, it's been pretty easy. Like I've never had real issues getting anything because our allocation's different because it's coming out of a European warehouse, not the US one or the US ones. This was like I was worried. Basically, this was like the first time in a really long time I've been worried, probably since they first announced they were going to kind of back to print to demand.
Yeah.
Not back to print to demand, off print to demand. So kind of back to reset and mount. The fucking site broke, which was like
Yeah,
crazy. Normally there's like the little guy who's like walking. See him more than I do my loved ones. I feel like at this point. And then like, I think I was playing Overwatch. So what normally ends up happening is I'm usually, my alarm goes off like 5 to 5. It's a secret lair incoming. Sorry. And then I'll just wait. I'll just be like scrolling Blue Skies like 5 minutes, and then I'll jump in the queue and I'll play Overwatch while the man takes an hour and a half or whatever it is to get to the end. Yeah. I was playing a game and it stopped. I stopped to look at my phone and he was like just staring me dead in the eye and like frozen, looking at me like some sort of fucking horror movie. Like he had.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
I've never seen him just turn. It was weird. Like he like acknowledged my existence, which was like really, really strange.
It was very odd.
And then the whole internet broke, right? Like the website refreshed to say, do not leave the queue.
Yeah.
Your queue ID is blah, blah, blah. And then it was stuck for about an hour, right? It was quite, it felt like at least an hour. It might have been 20 minutes, but it felt like a really
It was
long
less
time.
than an hour, but yeah.
Okay.
Then again, I don't know if I caught it at the start, maybe. Yeah,
I joined the queue like 30 seconds after, because I literally went refresh page. Like
I didn't even refresh the page because it automatically does it.
Oh yeah, whatever. Well, as soon as it clicked, I was like in the queue immediately, and then it broke, and then like everyone was busted, and then people worked around. Well, people discovered some sort of workarounds to like jump the queue.
Apparently, that's been known for a while. People used that during the Monty Python one as well, from what I heard.
Right, okay.
So it's been a known thing for a little bit, but it's more of a, if you knew somebody who knew you.
Yeah, I also think like that will eventually be something that is solved, because you have queue IDs. You have to join the queue, so your queue ID says like you were X in line. So I think that if they wanted to kind of clamp down on that, they could.
I think they're going to have to now as well.
They have to, if everyone knows about it, especially if it's the next. They've said they're going to do multiple Marvel secret lairs. So
yeah, and the fact is, it's an exploit, or not an exploit. It's a known feature of the queuing software they use. Like it's on their website. It says you can do it, so it's not like it's a hack or anything under the table. It's like,
it's just weird to give people queue IDs and then not abide by.
Yeah,
like it's just weird to be like, oh, I joined the queue after you, like fuck you, and then jumping ahead of you and sorting out purchase. Or I guess maybe a lot of it is actually more like the queue is really there for influx of like payment, so they're not like DDoSing themselves. I don't know, like, because you should be able to go, this many people are in the queue now, we are sold out. And then, or what have you. You should be able to work it out pretty easily. Anyway, weird, really weird, fucked up experience. And then at one point, they just sold out of the arcane signets.
Yeah, like, and they were showing it on the queue as well.
Yeah, they're like, no more arcane signets, which is not cool.
That actually live updated when as Secret Lair sold out as well. Like it was saying like Foil Iron Man is sold out.
Oh, really?
Is sold out. Yeah,
in the queue?
Real time. Yeah, in the queue.
I did not know that. That's heartbreaking. That's like, imagine if you're in a queue and you're like in it for an hour and a half, it's like, by the thing that you want's gone. Yeah, it was like, normally I'm like quite sympathetic to this stuff, because like so much of it is done by a third party. It's really out of their control. But they had to have known this was going to be possibly the biggest secret lair drop they've ever had. Like, comic book collectors are another level. And you are just opening the floodgates to like these absolute sickos. Like they're... Yeah. Because I always said to... when people were like, oh, Lord of the Rings is like, it's big for Magic. I was like, you guys don't understand. Like, Lord of the Rings collectors will buy anything. And like... outside of the Hobbit movies and like the Amazon show, they don't really get like a lot of like merch. They don't get like the core Lord of the Rings, like you know, Gandalf, Frodo, all that stuff merch. Like it just doesn't come by that often as much anymore. So for them to be like, hey, here's merch for you, it's super collectible. It's going to have, you know, monetary value and all this kind of stuff. But I think comic fans blow that out of the water because it's also just so much more in the cultural zeitgeist right now compared to something like Lord of the Rings. So I kind of like, I kind of think like you guys knew this was going to be absolutely fucking massive, and you blew it.
Definitely
really.
Off the back of Lord of the Rings as well, because everyone's seen what happened with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And comic book collectors are already used to that kind of limited edition, you know, limited run stuff. So they're just going to be all over it.
The only counterpoint I could say was that the Lord of the Rings secret lairs were actively bad.
Yeah.
So no one wanted them. So they were like, oh, okay, this might be the demand for like this level of crossover.
The other thing this attracts as well is the people who scalp comic book stuff. Like the comic book scalpers are going to come for this as well. So the comic book fans and the Magic fans and the Magic scalpers, but then you get the comic book scalpers as well. It's just...
The comic book scalpers and the comic book flippers are like some of the most morally depraved people you will ever meet. Like, they will just, you know, as soon as they hear, you know, this thing has been recalled, or like this thing is selling for like 10x on eBay because it can't get it anywhere, like they will flood shops and be like, have you got this? And I'll buy all of them. Like, you know, so I think, that behavior is... has always been present in the comic book scene, and it's just going to show up here as well. So, yeah, interesting. I'm really, really interested to see if they change their policy on the allocations for like Marvel secret lairs going forward. Because it also kind of feels like, I don't think like people were buying them purely for the, oh, this is like a set amount. I think people were buying them because it's characters that everyone loves. So if they did print to demand and went, yeah, you have to wait 3 months, sorry, I'd wonder how much more they would have sold.
A lot.
Honestly.
I don't as well. It's like you said in the past, how when they do like a showcase for a set, that kind of thing would be fine to be print to, like, you know, how they're doing it currently, because you'll get it quicker. And, you know, the sets are still relevant. If you were waiting 3 months for your Dustmorn showcase and it came in January, that would suck. But I think waiting a bit longer for something like this, or how even how they did it with the Extra Life one, where there was a fixed amount. Yeah. Once that sold out, it went to print on demand. Not print on demand. It did, didn't it? Yeah. There was a fixed amount that if you got in early, you got it shipped out, and then it's on like a backlog. Yeah. I think that's fine. And then you have a fixed amount of time where
just do it in waves.
It used to be.
Yeah, just do it in like wave 1 and wave 2. And then,
because I don't think I'm getting my Extra Life secret lair until March or April, because I was so late to it. Yeah, I was so late. But I don't care. It's like, whatever, I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones were like probably the fastest turnaround in terms of ordering and getting. Like, incredible. I've never had a secret lair shop so quick. Yeah. Like that is literally the only plus side, is these actually showed up very quickly, and it meant for content creators, like they got to actually play with the cards and make content of them straight away. It meant for like audience members, they got to take them to stuff like, there's still Command Fest and stuff happening. There's Magic Cons coming up soon, so it allows people to build and have decks ready for those, which is cool. But if they were just like, by the way, everyone who buys these gets these, and you have to wait another 3 months, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like that's totally fine, and probably should have been the way it did it. I think the cards are sick. I think the everything about them, the full art nature of them, I think mechanically they're all really cool, and they all speak to those characters really well. Yeah. And it's got me really excited for like the next wave and Spider-Man, and like how, or the fact that they are going to treat these characters as well as they did the Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings and Warhammer ones has got me really excited, because you could easily just cash out here and not try. So that's been really, really reassuring as well. I think like that team that works on these kind of like bigger Universes Beyond projects has, I don't think they've got like a bad, they've had a bad go at this yet, right? Like all the mechanically, apart from The Walking Dead, but I think that was just this is shocking. And then once the second one, it's no longer shocking, it's fine. I think mechanically, The Walking Dead is probably the worst one out of all these kind of mechanically unique Universes Beyond sets.
AC as well. AC was great.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed was like insanely good.
Yep.
I think it's quite hard as well with Assassins because all the characters are fundamentally the same. So being able to what are the things that make each assassin unique from the one before it and the one after it, I think it's really, really strong. So yeah, that Universes Beyond kind of design team has been smashing it. So I'm in very, very strong kind of, like, I'm excited for the Marvel Secret Lairs going forward for sure.
Also, Secret Lair talk. They raised $2 million with the Sheldon one. So
yeah, it's really good.
It's the kind of sales you get if you do print to demand. So
yeah, I think they said it's like the biggest charity effort they've ever had for not only a Secret Lair but like at Hasbro.
From consumers. It was from money they took, not from their own.
Yeah.
It was the biggest Hasbro one, and the biggest, obviously their biggest was him. But yeah, really cool.
But cool.
So yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, the things I've got so far, I've got like some Lacana cards. This weird. I put it on Blue Sky. This weird Doug Jones, who is like a terrible player for like from the 91 like Astros team, and then. You'll see it on Blue Sky as well. I've got this sealed, slabbed up The Rock Red Notice card as well. It's also got like a expired Game Pass code on the back of it, which is kind of incredible. And then all this is done, right, has like made me like really want to buy just bad booster packs.
Yeah, like that's the best bit. You have to have a stack of booster packs next to you.
I'm literally just like, I'm so excited. This has made me want to go like car boot hunting and just like try and find like the most deranged booster packs I possibly can. The one I've just found on eBay, I found free on eBay. I'm just going to share my screen. This is not on the show notes, by the way. Let me just
make sure you're not signed in on anything. We're not doxing stuff.
I mean, I'm signed in on eBay. But you can't see it. It's fine. So there's this OG X-Men.
Oh wow,
movie. It's like I'm very tempted to buy this.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever watch the really bad show Huntic?
No. What is Huntic?
It's like this really bad, like, you remember, like, I might be completely wrong, but you remember like the Jackie Chan animated show? It's very similar to that, but without like Jackie Chan.
I thought it was Bleach at first.
No,
it looks so like disco. It looks like Little Bleach,
as seen on the CW.
Wow. Okay,
you might be getting that soon. And the one that I really want to add, but this one's a bit spicy, is a Goddess Feast of Beauty Spicy Holo Booster Box Anime Waifu Trading Card Game.
How many boosters are in that? Can we show that?
You might have to blur this out, Tom.
I might have to blur this.
This is. I mean, there you go. They've censored it for us.
Yeah, they've started censoring.
This might make it interesting though when you sit down to play with someone and you're like, "How old are you?"
I think if we do this, we censor the card. I've got that label printer. We can print out some labels and put it over the boobies.
This is atrocious, but it would be quite funny.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, coming to a TikTok pack opening near you. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me Art of the Year card. Art of the Year card? Just Art of the Year. Jesus Christ, fucking words. So I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me Art of the Year is art from this year that has probably led to some self-discovery from a large part of the Magic community. So this is the first trap category. Not first
This
trap.
is for all you furries and monster fuckers out there.
Yeah, this is just for the freaks. So nominations for this award are Jack's Rabbit, the Overlords from Duskmorn, Breakdown from Fallout, Cathedral Acolyte from Fallout.
What is that all about?
Because it looks like piss.
I think. Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was going to be piss. All right.
Yeah, it's because it looks like piss.
It's because yeah. Okay.
The Necrobloom, but specifically the portrait version, because it looks like
Yeah.
an Ussy and it has a swallow kink for in
Wow,
it.
it is. It's a two for that.
It's a tooth, yeah. And then Stomp, Willow Clearing from Modern Horizons.
Yeah,
3,
that dude's loving it.
it's a step on fetish. This one was tough.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things where I was just looking through the sets and I was like, oh dang, there's actually quite a lot. So Jackrabbit, obvious. He's a jacked rabbit. The Overlords from Dustmon, specifically the kind of the Japanese fractured foil treatments, they're weird. They are like, I don't know how to describe them, just wet. They're all wet. Like, they've all got this like spindly kind of, I don't know, like some sort of kink. Breakdown was just like this huge jacked guy ripping something in half. It's a huge super mutant, just completely shirtless, ripping something in half. Cathedral Acolyte is just, they are...
Is piss. Okay.
It's piss. They are just bathing in piss. That is a piss kink card. The Necrobloom,
We've already gone over the Necrobloom.
Yeah, Necrobloom we've already gone over, and then Stump we've already gone over. I initially really wanted to give this Jacked Rabbit, but I think it has to be Cathedral Acolyte.
Really?
Dude, they are just bathing in piss, and they're like... I mean, they are. I mean, I know it's rad. Like, I know it's radiated water. That's the whole point of Fallout. But if you don't know that, it just looks like they're bathing in piss, and they're like huffing in piss fumes.
See, I'm thinking about the Necrobloom now. Not like that. I'm thinking the Necrobloom might be the one that wins. Like, I didn't even notice the dude in there. That's like a double.
That's so that was another one. I'm like, oh, actually, so it might be the Necrobloom because there's like the war aspect, and then there's the fact that it's a plant Ussy, Plussy.
Oh, but Jack Rabbit as well.
So Jack Rabbit was my initial like, oh yeah, it's Jack Rabbit. He's got such a weird body shape as well. Like, I don't mean to shame anyone, but like, what is going on? He's got the Elon Musk build. Like, it's just like barrel chest and then nothing.
Can I just want to get another. We're down to 3.
Okay.
I just want to get another. Someone else's input. I need your input. This is for the award for. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me Art of the Year. Okay. So we've got Jacked Rabbit, fairies. We've got Cathedral Acolyte because he's like bathing in piss.
Okay, fair.
Then we've got the Necrobloom because it's a and there's like a vor thing with
a what?
You know what that is. Look at that.
Oh yeah, no, it's very boring.
And there's a dude in there, like a vor, like.
Yeah, I got you.
What are you thinking?
I think it's Cathedral Acolyte, dude.
See, it's interesting because the I know you're circling the piss guy with your mouth. I know you want the piss guy.
Adam wants the piss guy as well.
You really... Are you going to accept anything I say other than piss guy? Why did you ask me if you're piss guy?
Tom, tell them about the piss fumes.
The piss fumes?
It's piss fumes.
It's the ammonia.
Yeah.
Aged piss fumes. See, I feel like
I know what you're going to say.
The Jack Rabbit one is the most... I'm going to say vanilla. There are a lot of furries out there.
Yeah.
And at the end
True.
of the day, it is just like a butch thing with a rabbit head, whatever. I like the sheer 34ness war that's going on here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have... See, that's the thing. I wouldn't have immediately looked at that and gone, oh yeah, but now that you say it...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're on Necrobloom.
I think so, but I will say, I like the thinking behind the piss. However, I didn't look at it.
I think piss.
I feel like you kind of really had to bend over backwards to get to the whole
Yeah.
I also...
But it is odd. What is he actually meant to be based?
It's radioactive war from Fallout.
I feel like that does fit a bit better than piss, but...
I think it's piss fumes.
Thank you. Thank you for your input.
The Necrobloom is like, this Necrobloom art is interesting, and I think the vor aspect is funny, and the fact that it is like this plant I see that eats you, and you still hang around and it's like sack. It's quite funny, but the idea of someone just bathing themselves in piss with all the piss fumes is just so good.
Yeah, I think you've answered your own question.
I think Necroplume is a very strong number 2.
Necroplume is the honourable mention, but yeah,
it literally is though. Like it's so funny, but I just can't get over like when I saw that I was like, that looks like piss, and then I couldn't get it out of my head.
Cool. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Cool. So the winner of this year's I Hope This Doesn't Awaken Anything in Me Art of the Year goes to Cathedral Acolyte and the Piss Fumes.
I genuinely thought it was going to be Jack Rabbit.
Jack Rabbit was the first one I went to. And I'm quite glad we found more.